they roll.
Whoa.
Yes, they are. They're metal dice.
Are they
So
metal
yes.
dice? Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to D&D with the Glassbreakers Guild. We are here on Casual Cactus playing D&D. We're sorry for the late start. Work ran late a little bit, and work comes first until I can make this my full-time job. So, so if you want this to be my full-time job, tell your friends. So that's my little plug for the night. There you go. This is our weekly game of D&D. We're just friends having fun. We ask you guys to come along and have fun with us. So to that end, we do put all of our video content up on a YouTube channel as well. So we stream here on Twitch. Everything goes up onto YouTube as archival, so you can go and find it there on YouTube, rewatch everything that we've done, and get caught up if you need to. This episode is the answer to life, the universe, and everything, much like myself, because this is episode number 42. So welcome to that tonight, guys. Episode 42 will be up on YouTube later this week. Gonna give a quick shout out to Panstream because that's the button I hit on my stream deck. Really cool guys. They create hand pans, which are kind of like smaller versions, I guess, of steel drums. Really cool sound. They were really kind enough to allow Stephen to use the music and sound effects for a few things.
Back when Alma
He
was
only
alive.
got to use it a couple of times before Alma bit the big one. But cool guys, go check them out. They are they're in the UK, I think. So go give them some love. What I was trying to hit is our Discord server. That is where we put all of the announcements about schedule changes, when we go live, a little bit of hangout space, sharing art and photographs and stories and whatnot. You can come hang out with us. Keep an eye on when Kyrie does her creative streaming because all of those announcements go there as well. And, of course, the announcements for this channel when we go live as well. So go check those out. I think that is... No, we've got... We've got a little bit... I cannot hit the right buttons tonight.
It's great fun to watch you, though.
Oh, I am really shiny.
We're gonna have to
So,
start
Steven, go right
bringing
ahead.
Powder and powder your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, makeup failed today, guys. So I actually have the honor of announcing something really cool for our stream. We have the opportunity, the honor to be sponsored, finally. We've mentioned it since the very beginning. We offered for Mountain Dew, and the offer is still there. You want Mountain Dew sponsored? We love Mountain Dew.
Keith, you've got that weird thing upstairs. Sorry.
It's not
It's not
upstairs.
upstairs.
Oh, never mind.
Why do we have to do
So I want
funny
to.
stuff tonight of all nights when my voice isn't that great?
Do you need
Do you need
some
some
restorative
Mountain
Mountain Dew? I want to thank our sponsors, though. Intrepid
That implies
Insurance.
if the two people who watch this rat on us.
Intrepid Insurance. Like a good shield, we've got you covered. Thank you, Intrepid Insurance, our sponsor for the foreseeable future.
There's an inside joke there, and we will fill you guys in on that later.
Maybe.
At some point.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Maybe we won't.
All right. As you guys can see, we are short a Lance. He is on the way. He's having a little bit of car troubles. We expect him to show up any old time now.
And Carrie's not on screen.
Oh.
Nope. No, she's not.
Cool. It's
what
fine. We don't need to see me.
No.
Yes,
This I can fix.
This
Just
makes-
give me a second.
As long as it doesn't require pushing the right button.
Yeah.
I'm doomed.
Simi's
Can
just
Steven
starting
go
to
2
kind of
for
sort
2?
of maybe like him.
I have another character. It's fine.
Well, now she doesn't have to.
Hey, Nova! Thank you for
Hey,
the
Nova!
Woo!
Woo!
23
Nova
month
tonight.
subscription.
No, two-way waffles gifted us to Nova. That's why we're seeing Nova.
Oh.
Okay, thanks,
Thank you
Spencer.
Thank you, Spencer, for being awesome. We appreciate that, and you know.
Oh, he's got the #1 spot now.
Oh,
Well done.
excellent, well earned,
Yep.
sir. Well
Pretty sure that's
earned.
what he's going for.
Yep.
That's his uncompetitive weirdo.
Okay, so who would like to do a recap?
Okay,
I
I
can.
can.
I can also.
Yeah,
I think
I've got a quick rundown version here.
I can mostly do one.
Okay, so Danny, let's let you do the
All right.
recap this evening.
We follow Inger.
You hit the wrong button again. That's going on the bingo card.
Pete's had a long,
Misclick.
long.
I have had a
workday.
very long day, guys.
Bless his
Hey,
heart.
to be fair, that is the first bingo box
Bless
of
your
the night.
heart.
So
I mean, I could turn my
Sound
stream
up.
on.
actually, no, the second because Danny had hers on.
Did I?
Yeah, I turned it down
I
for
don't
you.
know.
Thanks.
I still need work on that bingo card.
We follow Inger in the Shadows path through the labyrinth of tunnels and such. Acarai, yes, and him, Brayden makes a bingo card. Acarai lizards across the river to tie off a rope to cross with, but Milo immediately gets swept downriver anyway. Mizu controls water and just lets us Moses our way across.
Pretty much. Yeah. It was
Then,
awesome.
then we came upon an unreasonable number of ropers.
Yes.
As a side note, what's the challenge rating of a roper again?
You weren't paying attention.
6 or 7.
I think it's a 5.
I don't know if I
So-
believe that.
Okay.
But yeah, an unreasonable number of ropers.
Yeah.
Cabbage stabbed, Mal shadowed, Killian stood awkwardly in a corner. I punched things. Milo turned into a wyvern, and Mizu earned MVP by changing her Moses direction to take out half the threats. We survived, even though I'm pretty beat up. We wander deeper and find old dwarven statues in the ruins, statues of gods with hints of lingering arcane energy, but no doors to go deeper. I'm attacked by black pudding that burns me. We decide to settle in for the night after that threat is handled, and at the turnover to second watch, the world turns like a bad soap opera, and Cabbage pukes. We are now back at the entrance to the maze, and it is daylight yet again.
That was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
You were channeling your inner cabbage with that recap.
Proud of that
Yeah.
inner Cabbage. She's a good influence on me.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much
Have
it,
anything-
yeah.
Anything
I don't think I
missed?
have anything to add. No.
I mean, most of it was combat. So
Yeah, most of it was combat
That
with
was
the
real
ropers.
combat.
I don't think it was
And some creative.
I don't think it was an unreasonable number of ropers. You guys survived.
Had it not been
Okay,
for
only
the
because
gray- the gray water,
only because I happened to take out 3 of them at once.
to
And
use
then
a
You
non
had-
Two more, right?
I mean,
I think so.
Linger?
to use a
Eventually.
non-combative spell in combat.
Only because of Mimosas over here.
Mimosas.
I love it so much.
but you guys handled the challenge though. Therefore, it was not too difficult. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I saw the pee in front of an old man thing, and I was really confused, and then I got the rest
Someone's
of it.
returned from the Antarctic.
Welcome back.
It really is. This is the only jacket I had at the moment. So
Looks nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
it's a little warm.
Little overkill for the purposes intended.
You are just in time.
Oh,
Alright,
good.
just in time. We just took a recap.
Yep.
So yeah, just as a real quick, I think they're over there.
Recap of the recap.
So just just a quick recap of the recap. We pick up with you guys having just,
Oh, was it following me? My apologies.
I think I hit.
At least according to the DM's guide, a deadly encounter for 5 characters of 7th level would have been 3 ropers.
But
you,
in
Mizu.
Keith's defense,
Now-
that is not a perfect science.
No,
Now,
not at all.
now, I have used the DMG to try to scale things for you guys,
Yeah, it's
and
not
they
great.
have been laughably easy.
I was just pointing this
I
out.
know,
to be
from
fair-
what I'm hearing, it sounds like 7 ropers was kind of laughably easy.
Well,
No.
no.
Not
only,
really.
Only
And if
because
there had been 7 of them,
I
and they pulled us
happened-
each in, like, if
Yeah.
5 of them had hit and pulled us,
We-
it would have been game.
Yeah,
That would have been a
absolutely.
TPK period.
Yes.
Yep.
Also, to be fair,
Yes.
you sent a CR rating of a half and killed one of us. So
Oh,
Yeah.
That was just down to bad luck.
that was bad. Yeah.
The
That
worst
was just
luck.
bad luck.
No, that was just my luck. If you recall, Sar had the same problem in his first fight where he went down to natural 20s twice in a night.
It is.
That was right at the beginning.
Even
Right
then,
at
you
the
are a
beginning.
heretic.
Doesn't matter.
If you don't believe in the heart of the cards, they're not going to save you.
You gotta believe in
Yeah.
the heart of the cards.
Anyway. So it was just past the first watch. It was at the trade off, the switch over from first watch to second. The world turned itself inside out, and you guys now find yourself back at the maze in broad daylight.
Are we rested?
We
Whoa.
were only
Some of us
Some
are.
of us are short
Only-
rested.
But we lost time in there. Because we woke up and it's daylight.
No, it was
So either
during-
we have
it was
reversed
in
the
between
clock.
The watch.
Or, yeah, but it was only first to second watch.
That is an excellent.
Yeah. So
So,
only the people who were
You
asleep.
are all back where you were when you started into the cave.
so stats and all that jazz.
Mhm.
Which is nice,
Okay.
because I had 20 hit
Oh.
points.
Okay, so yeah, it went back in time, is what it feels like.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, as a side note, for those with your bingo cards that do not exist, you cannot mark off the intro animation. So, unfortunate for that.
So we are Groundhog Day at this time.
So,
Well,
if I was trying to attune something during this run, it didn't work.
It did not work.
You wouldn't have.
Wait, does that
Do you
mean
want
I'm
to
still
have it anymore?
attuned to the daggers?
Would she still have the daggers?
Because
No, actually. So, make me an investigation check.
4.
Okay.
oh no.
Do we still recall everything that happened?
Those of you who were awake at the switch over, yes.
Who was
Okay.
awake? I don't.
I
remember.
was. Well, most of us were awake.
I think I know I puked.
I was
know
on first watch.
I
Third
think actually
watch.
all of us were because we put you and Akerai on third watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I
Yep.
think
Yes.
all of us.
I think all
So
of us.
all of
than
you
Killian.
except for Killian,
Okay.
So what do I know?
you wake up outside the
maze.
you come to outside the maze, and as far as you know, this is your first time there.
So but do I remember how I assume I'm on the ground.
Mhm.
Do I recall how I found myself on the ground?
No.
Also,
Well, crap.
Oh, one more thing before we really truly get started.
There's
Oh.
vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say there's a vampire behind you. Roll it.
I know the look on his
Uh-huh.
face.
also,
I like it.
the rod.
I imagine it would be good in like a punch
Does
or something.
Killian now have it again? Or because I took it
the
and
rod?
had it. Yeah,
The control thingy.
because
The thing
I
that
had
opens
it
the
last. Right before we actually went in. It was after we did the maze,
I
but before we went underground or into the tunnels.
It's back with Killian, actually.
Pardon our snacking sounds.
Yeah.
Apparently we're very noshy today.
I actually don't mind that. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's not great, but it's not bad. It's like a really sweet ginger Mountain Dew.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely the citrus there.
Right.
I don't love
Okay.
it. I don't hate it.
It's alright. I imagine it would be good in like
Okay, I
a
have
Christmas
to try
punch or
this.
something.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm smelling. I have been smelling something that is
I have
burning.
to try this.
upstairs.
Okay. I wanted to make sure that was not me.
It's yeah, it's ginger. It's
Unfortunately,
gingerbread.
having a stroke is not on the bingo
It
card.
does. It tastes like
Terrible.
gingerbread.
That's not bad.
That's
I like
not
that.
bad at
I
all.
would
I
drink
like it.
that.
It tastes like gingerbread. I
It's
like it.
Surprisingly good.
It is surprisingly good.
Like wassail. It's sort of like wassail because it's
No.
this. No, because it's kind of the citrusy and the cinnamony. Like it's
No.
No.
it's a little bit like that.
No.
No,
I can
it's
see
not.
where you're coming from, though.
Yes. Yes.
The ability.
I can see that you have
Anyway,
logic.
I can see.
Where I sleep at
Sleeping on the
night.
couch?
That is weird.
But
Yeah.
it's not bad.
No, it's not
No,
bad.
it's not bad.
Just
but
weird.
it is weird.
It is.
Well,
So
this
note
is
to
our
self.
collective review of.
The gingerbread
Of-
Mountain Dew is
Of our not
weird.
sponsored, but could be. Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
If you work for Pepsi and can hook us up with a sponsor,
So Killian, you come to lying on the ground in the grotto. The maze is familiar. You're not sure how you got here, but you're here. For everyone else, you guys remember the world turning itself inside out.
what is the maze visible or invisible at the moment? Because I
I
had
think you
detect
said it was
magic.
visible.
I had
I-
detect
what's that?
magic
I
going.
think you said it was visible.
Yes, so it's visible
Okay,
at the
so
moment.
then I have the control rod thing out.
Mhm.
Ah, damn.
Hmm.
Well, that was different.
I think
Are you
that means
okay,
either,
Cabbage? Oh,
I think that means we failed it.
oh. So you want some wine?
Would you like some tea? Yes, anything.
Okay.
That was disgusting.
Is that not talking about the sushi or is the... Okay.
It's mango sushi. It's actually pretty good.
Are you alright?
Well, the world just turned upside down, and I apparently lost all of my life.
He was asleep.
Sorry, what?
How did you sleep through that?
Well, no one
Through
woke
what?
him up.
Through our stomachs being sucked inside out, apparently
We
through
were
a
on
pinhole
watch.
and ending up here again?
Time starting over, apparently.
So detect magic is still going. Am I seeing any sort of magical effect that's not normal affecting them?
Make me a perception check.
Unnatural 20.
There's a little sheen of glitter on them, and on yourself, and on Akarai.
What school of magic?
What would that be?
Chronomancy.
Yeah.
Yep, chronomancy. Which I'm not sure you would be familiar with, actually.
I doubt it. I cannot think of another time I've come across this.
Or Dunamancy, depending on who you are.
Alright,
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Well, actually,
Good
probably
point.
both because it was both space and time because we moved places.
So magic
So
that's
it would
very
be-
much like what the shadows would be.
Actually,
Yeah. Huh.
Do we have to do all of that over again?
Well, at least now we know.
or we try to go through the front door.
I actually feel
Well, we couldn't find
Oh.
the front door.
my tooth is back.
I know we
Is
can
it
go try the front
You
door,
lost a
but
tooth?
No, it's fading.
I mean, I got hit pretty hard, but
Do I see anything
it's back
else in the
now.
room that has this same.
Um,
Are you okay?
Actually, yes.
Cabbage? Are you?
is that the
The
Macarena?
control rod.
Milo,
Hmm?
do you have the daggers again?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Can I have them back?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do I still have the
I
vest?
feel like I've already seen this happen before.
That's
Yes.
because you
Yes.
definitely did.
So, sorry, walk me through again one more time.
Okay,
Whatever.
so
Locked
I'm
and
a-
loaded Ingir.
Ingir will mind blast the information back.
It's probably the fastest way to go about it.
Honestly,
I mean,
yeah.
it's sort of a fast forward download of everything that went on between the opening of the door and when time looped back.
So Killian is looking at the control rod in his hand, and his face is a mixture of terror and excitement.
So my assumption is that because we bypassed the maze,
yeah.
because it just went away, that we triggered some sort of a
Defense
Timeless.
mechanism.
Security protocol?
yeah.
How
So
do
we
get
have
past
to
it?
I mean, we walked through it and should have.
So
hacking it.
bouncing
I
in
didn't
and out.
see this magic lingering on any, like, not on the cave. It's just on us.
Hmm.
Huh.
Which
Okay, so this is the thing that just apparently rewinds time. This is what did that. But
How do
I
you
know-
figure?
because the same weird magic that did that was all over all of us, is on this.
oh,
I mean, it was with us, so that makes sense.
But it's gone from all of you. It's not gone from us.
Okay.
Now, what I am worried is that, see, it only seems to have affected us.
Okay.
So, if any, I don't know if we're back where we started or if we're a day behind the kobolds now.
oh no.
I mean, provided that they found a way in that we missed somehow magically.
We're outside, right?
Hmm.
Oh wait, only sort of
Where's
outside,
the
right?
No,
We are
we're in
in
a
a cave.
No,
we're in a cave.
no.
Oh,
It did
No.
not have a top.
okay.
So you're
Oh,
outside.
okay.
Okay, so
But
we're
we are
outside.
in, like, the grotto.
Yeah, you're in the grotto.
Okay. Where's the sun?
Like what are you asking specifically?
I mean, like, what time is it? Where is the sun in the sky? If I had a sundial, what time would it tell me?
Ma-
Can I make a sundial?
it appears to be because you guys hit that right about when did you hit that? You
We hit it about like 10 o'clock in the morning. Because
Was that
we.
later than that?
No, it was a little bit later than that. I want to say it was around midday,
Okay.
but it's midday, is what you're seeing there, Mizuki.
Okay. Okay.
Which was when we started it before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm sure we want to go back in that maze.
I mean, not particularly. Did
And
you?
if we can get through without triggering the trap part of it, it might be fine.
So, as a player, since I don't know, did we find anything that we think is important
I mean,
before time changed?
We
We were in
found-
ruins. I
We were
think
Okay,
we
we
found
found
ruins
some-
through the
we
toilet
We
bowl.
found some
find,
big scales,
Well, I mean, we found like a
big carved
shrine to
thing.
the gods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's basically like,
but there's
it was
not a
probably
door to
used
go farther that we could
ritualistically,
see.
but it didn't have any magic. to it.
Yeah. And we didn't.
And there were like creepy crawlies and stuff moving around the cave. But
Yeah.
So we didn't actually successfully find an entrance into something greater.
mm-mm.
I'm not sure if this is an entrance. Maybe this is something different.
We could always go down the whirlpool.
That was kind of what we were talking about last time, like resting
But it goes
and then
further
doing that.
than 1,000 feet.
No. We screw up the maze again. Let's go shoot us down the whirlpool and get yanked back in time.
But we don't know for sure that's what happened.
We also
Kind of looks that way.
I mean, we
It
can
does
check.
look that way.
We can check tonight when we can see the moon again, but
I mean, we could. Okay.
Do we
sorry.
do we think that it's worth risking not understanding this and having the kobolds get ahead of us?
I mean, we're potentially already there. Is the issue though?
Oh, that's true.
'Cause we,
So I
we
mean, I
don't
guess
know.
if they already are ahead of us, they already are.
I'll
ahead
be
of
honest.
us.
This kind of magic scares the hell out of me. So, no, I'm not sure it's a good idea to go playing around with it, but it's an option.
But like you said, if we screw up the maze and we go down there, we'll probably end up back here.
Possibly.
Maybe.
We have no idea. That's the issue. We don't know 100% for sure what the trigger was. We don't know if
Whatever
it
was us failing the.
I mean, I agree that is the most likely option, but we don't know that for sure. It could have something to do with the key itself, and we
Did you
plugged
ever
it in the wrong
identify
way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say anything about that.
No,
Oh,
it does not.
okay.
Like there's so many possibilities.
Curses wouldn't show up.
So
Not always.
I don't know.
There are some items that very specifically say that the curse does not appear even under identify.
So we could try for the front door again.
But we
Oh,
couldn't
I don't know.
find a front door.
We didn't before. That doesn't mean it's not there.
True. Well, there's always the underwater entrance that I was given
It's not ideal.
Re-
I'm still
re-
worried about the cold, though. I'm not sure that
premon-
all of us can actually
premonition?
make that
Premonition?
through the cold. Not without hypothermia setting in.
There's also what looked like a harbor.
Right? Didn't we?
That's
we
where
went,
we
we went
parked.
up the only way from the harbor.
Mhm.
Yeah. But we could look at the actual harbor itself.
And see if there's an underwater entrance there.
Or if there's some other
Okay.
entrance. Presumably that has to be away from the harbor into the city.
Mizuki is going to
Except I think that was the
Cast-
front door that we couldn't find.
agree.
Agree.
We're pretty far from the actual
It's
harbor.
basically
You'd want to
like
something pretty close.
what? like if we.
It's the wheel woe thing.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
Willow. Yeah. So
Will
just
woe,
to find
will
out.
woe, will woe.
Yeah, like so is so yeah, so she's gonna cast Augury for if we I guess go through the maze again.
Okay.
Yes.
How long does that take to cast?
1 minute.
Okay.
It's yeah, so wheel woe or wheel and woe or nothing.
While she's doing that, like, for a minute, I'm gonna go over the water where like the hot springs are,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna put my hands in and see if via through my patron I can kind of like underwater echolocation a way to bypass this maze that goes down.
It's
The make me an Arcana check.
Oh, my specialty. Dirty 20.
Oh.
I thought that laugh was because you rolled a 1 again.
Yep.
Yeah.
That laugh was
Got worried.
because I don't roll very well. I have a
It was
plus
a happy
one in almost
surprise.
everything except for most of the charisma rolls, history, and the negative in athletics. So I'll take it.
Okay.
Was it on the package?
So
There it is.
you do get a sense that there's a very sort of a very narrow, very
No,
slow moving water path
You're welcome.
from the hot spring.
Mm-hmm.
There's a spot where it's welling up, where the water is coming up out of the ground,
Right.
and there's a spot where it's diving back underground. And you get the sense that that path connects up to the waterways that you were encountering before.
Yep.
In answer to your augury, you do get a very very clear sort of feeling, sort of intuition that the maze is part of your path forward.
Okay. So it would be wheel, I
Yep.
guess. That is alright. Good. Good to know. Thank you.
Which kind?
Cranberry.
Okay. I have consulted with my god, and it seems that the maze is part of our path forward.
Great.
So
So should we try and get it right this time?
Yep. So we follow the maze on the control rod.
Somebody with better survival than me should do
I
it
have
this
to.
time.
I think it was
Survival.
perception last.
Was it? What was it?
Oh, I forget what it was that I made you guys roll.
Because you're trying to follow the path on the.
I will give you guys the choice then, whoever wants to do it, of survival or perception to follow
For
the
me.
rod.
Well,
It's the same for me.
it's definitely not going to be me.
I've got good perception.
I've also got good perception, and I have good survival. So.
I've got a +8.
Ooh, okay, that was very good.
I failed last time, so one of you
okay.
guys give it a crack
I'm
this time.
going to. Let's see. 24.
24.
Yeah, 24.
Okay.
Either one. It's the same for me, so.
You have to make 5 before you fail twice.
Let me.
Yeah, that was what it was last time at least. Unless it's getting harder the more we fail. If that's the case, though, Keith also doesn't believe
can
that they're
I
random number generators, because that would be almost impossible.
I will also cast.
I think. Oh, not on that page. Okay then. I think didn't I break it up? Didn't I have you try and make 3 successes?
It was a certain number of successes. I don't remember if it was 5 or 3.
Yeah,
before
she had to
you
roll-
failed
It
a
was
certain
5.
She had to roll
times.
5 times, and she had to get 3 of them correct.
Well, no, it was a number of successes before a number of failures.
Yeah, it was 5 successes.
It wasn't a
before
certain
2
number of
failures.
rolls. It was you had
Yeah,
to
it was
get the
5
successes before
five
you got the
successes
failures.
for 2 failures.
Yeah, there was another thing that involved 3, but I don't remember what that was.
Okay.
That might have been figuring out
Yeah, I think that was figuring out.
that the maze was on
The-
the thing.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So you've got 1 success.
Okay.
Go again.
Hey, Mizuki, can you cast a spell on yourself that makes you more perceptive?
I mean, I'm already pretty perceptive. But I can.
Is that Eagles?
I can do
Splendor?
enhance ability.
Owl's wisdom.
Owl's wisdom.
I can do enhance ability, and I
Yeah,
can do
that's what I
owls.
was. That was what I was thinking.
Okay. Yes, I will do that. Before I, I'm going to cast enhance ability on
Okay.
myself. And it's gonna be Owl's wisdom, so.
Okay.
I will have advantage on all my wisdom checks, so. Alright.
Do it. Go, go, Mizu, go, go.
Wow, that was not good. Okay, 10.
And it has a range of 30 feet.
That is going to be a failure.
Okay. Okay.
It's okay. It's just 1.
Yeah.
So if we fail, we just jump down the toilet, right?
Yeah, just to
I'm sorry.
just to
Sorry.
see what's down there.
Another 24.
That's a success.
Okay. 23.
Is a success.
14.
Is going to be a failure.
Gosh dang it. Well,
So at this point, just so you guys know, it was 5 successes before 2 failures.
Okay.
At this point, you now have to get 3 successes before the next
Before
failure.
the, okay. Okay.
So it's a 2-stage.
23.
23 is a success.
Okay.
Right, because this is the clear part. The
Not
clear
yet.
walls, right?
Not yet.
Another 23.
Another success.
One more.
And 21.
And that will be your final success. So you come around the final corner. For a moment there, you got turned around.
Okay.
Is what happened.
Yes.
You got turned around. You lost your place on your map, and you were just trying desperately to find your way. You come around the corner, and you find the central room in this maze. As you start to put the key into the keyhole,
Okay.
the walls of the maze start to drop down.
Okay.
So not ringing any bells for you?
Well, I mean, he showed me what happened last time, so like, yeah.
Aside from the cartoon drawings?
No. No.
Where?
So I think there was a dex check involved in getting the key in the right spot, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think.
Was it?
I'm
Ted?
super
I think this was
Dexy.
where the 3 was. The 3 successes.
Oh,
to
maybe
get
that
it.
Yeah,
was
the
it.
3
Maybe that was
I
it.
don't know, DM. You tell us.
Yeah. I'm
not
Dexy.
good at Dex.
I'm Dexy.
Yeah, I think.
You should probably do it then.
Yeah,
Yes.
either one of us
Yeah,
would
not
probably.
me.
Not me.
Like I got a +5 general dex, so I figure you're probably in the same boat. Yeah.
Okay. So
I will
Oh, and you're also lockpicky, right?
wait to put my shadow in as soon
That
as
might
it
give
comes
you
in.
advantage.
Oh, I think
yeah, you did it before, right?
Mhm.
You have advantage
Could you did it before?
because you did it before.
But you're
I mean-
also.
I can do it. Well, I have a +3 to Dex. It was sleight of hand though, and I just don't have proficiency there, so
I did.
up to you. I don't care. I can do whatever you can. I think I remember the
assist?
basic pattern, but
He already has advantage though.
Because
He
you've got
does.
it. Well,
She
Hannah,
doesn't.
Oh,
If
he
I
could assist
had,
her. Gotcha.
because I also have
Could malice
proficiency
you
in
could try.
thieves' tools.
It's hard to.
So
She's a
lockpicky.
lockpicker.
You know what? I would count that.
I'll vote for it.
Okay.
You can do it.
I believe in you.
26.
I was about to say it sounds
Wow.
like it's above a 20.
I have advantage on wisdom checks for the next hour, so
Nice.
yeah. As long as I don't cast anything
We
else.
should just have you wash away all of the things since we already know that they're there.
If you see a stalagmite or stalactite, just
17.
Wash it off.
We'll just control water and
26.
it's stressful, right?
Okay.
Well, one of them was a 1 and the other one was an 18. And I saw the 1 first and it.
So the key slides home, and the walls that are around you guys stop, return to their full height, and then fade out of existence.
Well, that was new, right?
You're,
The door in the door that you found before opens before you.
all right. Everybody in?
Is your detect magic still going?
Mm-hmm.
Any of that chronomancy stuff going on right now?
The only one you're seeing is the key.
Okay. Nope, just the key.
Now, do we leave it in this time?
No.
No, in fact, I'm gonna come over with my bag and open it and just be like, we're putting it in here.
Nope.
Yep.
Not yet. Everybody get inside.
Oh, right.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
I do
okay.
the thing.
Good boy, huh?
I know. I'll put my shadow inside and take out the key, and then
And the
switch
door
places.
closes, and you swap places.
Yeah, once again. Yeah, no, it goes in here. And hopefully that'll...
You don't have any like passwords or anything like that for that bag that we need to know in the event of an emergency, do you?
No, you just have to know how to work it.
How do you work it?
Turn it inside out.
Awesome. How
No.
do you like that?
Put it in another bag like that.
No.
Put it in a
So
portable hole.
Killian's just going to open the bag and hold it out in front of you and be like, pull something out of it.
Like what? I just stick my hand in and feel around.
You feel nothing.
Huh.
What do you want?
What do you have in there? I don't even know anymore.
There's a lot of
Well,
things
you
in
know
there.
of at least one thing because I just put it in.
Okay, the key then.
And as soon as you go for that, you feel that is the only thing you feel in there. But then you pull right out. If you look in, the bag looks like it's empty.
Neat trick.
So we have to know everything that's in there.
If you want something, you have to know that that's what you're reaching for.
You might
Or
want
turn it
So
inside
you
out.
might want to make a list.
If you turn it inside out, everything comes out
Okay, good to know.
Ooh,
Good to
okay.
know.
all at once.
Okay, so Killian, I think you need to make a list of all the things that you've got in that bag.
Why?
Or at
Because
least
if something happens to you,
maybe just tell us so that there's not
If
a
something
list.
happens to me, you can dump everything out. If there's a list, that means someone we don't want to get things can find it and know how to get things out of my
How
bag.
about just
That's
a
fair.
mental list?
Yeah,
I
just-
know what's in my bag.
Now I gotta travel through
So-
this darn thing again.
Should we just rush it? Do you want to start your control water like
just like
I
immediately?
will.
Do you even have any spell
Sorry.
slots
flush
left?
the toilet. Yeah, because we reset.
We
Because
reset
we're
Oh,
all our
okay.
stuff.
We have
I
all our
have
spell slots back.
I have all the
69
spell
hit
slots
points
except
back.
for the ones that I
Nice.
just used.
Yep.
And all of my spells.
So you can flush the toilet and hopefully get all of them. And
I mean, yeah. Technically, as long as they're
So are we going
Within 100
down
feet of
the,
each other.
the drain?
No.
Actually,
I almost went down.
I didn't really mention this because of the whole poof thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that there is an entrance in the room that I originally thought there was an entrance.
Okay.
Because there was
Okay.
air movement.
okay. So back there,
Mm-hmm. Let's try that first.
do we still have to flush
Well,
the
to be
toilet
fair,
first?
Killian
no.
is
I
probably the
forgot
best
where
at
that
looking
was.
for hidden
Okay.
That was down the
places.
other pathway.
Okay, good deal. So down the pathway that doesn't have the
Evil
beastie
tentacle
things trying to eat us.
jiggers.
Fair.
I don't think there's a way past those.
How?
Hmm?
It's
There's
down
no
the
way.
other side, so.
Well, yeah, but we gotta get to the other side.
Oh, it was just the
Um,
shadow and the dragon that passed without an issue.
Yeah.
Well, how big's the gap?
Would
Well, they had they had to go down a waterfall, right?
How?
And then you're in the big
How
spinning
tall is
Mhm.
whirlpool.
like
we,
how
we
tall
went
is
past
the
that.
ceiling? I guess.
It, we,
The
we need to get
passages
back to
are
the
only
place with
about-
the ooze.
Between 6 and 8 feet tall.
Okay.
The bigger rooms go up to about 15.
Ooze.
Okay. Either
the
way,
black
that's
pudding that we fought.
okay. Good. No.
Okay, so maybe just start off with the water as soon as we hit the water and get ready
yeah.
to knock off all of the stalagmites.
I will probably just. I will probably just flood it all.
Flood and current.
Yeah.
Flush the toilet.
Okay, so what are you doing? You're taking.
Okay. So, can we see where they are yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
no.
Well, let us move to
Yes,
where
we'll
we
need to
can
go
see them.
into the water
Yes.
first, so if you want to let us pass this part of the water first.
Okay. Well. Okay. I
I'll
guess
give you
I'll
guys
just
a little bit more of a
Let
view
us
here.
let us leave.
My lamp is red.
Okay. Yeah. I will just do redirect flow.
Okay, so you're gonna redirect the flow. Give yourself some
Wait.
some dry land to cross under.
Yeah. How close are we? How long is the passage?
So this first passage here is not super long. From one dry spot to the next is only about 40 feet.
Okay.
And then it's, the second passage into the room that had the ropers is about the same.
40 feet. Okay.
About 40
Oh,
feet or
alright.
so.
That's fine.
All told, you're probably about 130 or so feet away at this point.
Okay.
Not too far away.
Then I will start it 30 feet away.
Okay, so we're gonna have to cross this section manually then.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I just want to make sure that I have 100 feet
gotcha.
of basically what I can do. So.
So do you want to run the?
But
rope
how long does
across
the spell
again?
last for you?
10 minutes?
It lasts. It can last up to 10 minutes.
I mean, that should probably be long enough. If you move the water here, we cross, and then you whack them with water.
That's
Yeah.
how it worked last time. She didn't have to recast it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just use an action to redirect. Still, because it's still just redirecting the flow. I'm just
Okay.
changing the direction.
So are you casting it now or are you waiting?
Might as well.
How? Let's see. How deep is the water right here?
It was pretty deep.
It was pretty
Yeah, it was
deep.
deep
Okay,
and
yeah.
It's over my head.
Yeah,
for
okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
That was how
I
we lost my
will-
load for a second.
Yeah. Let's just go ahead and cast it here.
Okay.
Let's see. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, it's just redirecting the flow of the water, technically. So I can just do weird things with it. Yeah. I will redirect it so we can cross.
All right.
Okay, so everybody, we just need to make sure that Mizu is covered as she washes away those ugly things.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, I'll go ahead and get out my crossbow too. Stay distant.
I will start my. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just start my spell in the water. So that's where. That's
All right.
The point
So
I'm centering it on.
you sort of push yourself out and
Well, I can cast it. I have 300 feet of range to cast it, but it just says.
so what are you saying?
I'm just going to where I'm starting my spell is in the water, and not where we are.
So like where you're casting it or where you're
Yes.
standing?
Yes, where I'm casting.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
fine.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's all. Yes.
Okay.
Once we're across that first section, I'll go ahead and pop out my shadow to walk beside me.
Okay.
All right. And do we see any ropers yet?
Not
We
yet.
don't see them at all. We see
Yeah.
stalagmites and
Okay.
stalactites.
Do we please?
Because they're indistinguishable.
Yes.
It's fine. We'll just start shooting arrows at all of them.
Lose all your arrows.
All right. As you guys enter the next room, everyone, since you kind of know what you're looking for, everyone make a perception, either a perception check or an investigation check with advantage.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yep.
Okay.
6.
20,
Six. With advantage.
26.
I rolled a
Ooh.
3 and a 5.
26.
Wow. 26.
Yep.
Good.
21.
21.
18.
18.
Also 26.
Also 26. So
Oh, and a 21 for Inger.
everyone in the party, including Ingir, except for
Milo.
Milo,
Prince
Sounds about
can
right.
pick out all of the ropers that are in the room.
Huh? There's
It
none
helps.
here.
It helps that they were pretty much in the same spots that you guys remember from before. Although you don't actually remember. Well, you kind of sort of halfway remember it. It's like
You remember
This
the cartoon
is-
section?
I remember that.
Vaguely
I remember that
remember.
part of the episode that I saw through Ingir television.
I remember this
through
part.
ear vision.
Oh, we need to get Chipper to make a sticker of that for us. Have a little in-your logo, in-your TV.
Just
In
all of
your
the
vision.
familiars are going to be stickers.
Yep, I'm comfortable
Yeah.
with this.
All right.
I miss
So
that
so
mouse.
as you guys sort of start to mark them out, you do start to see the subtle movements, telling you that they are sort of on their way, starting to edge into their attack.
Okay. I'm
So
going
let's get out
to.
of the normal flow of water so that she can use that.
I'm going to redirect
Okay.
the water to wherever they are.
Okay. So at the far end of the cavern,
Wherever I
the,
can
the flow of water sort of bundles itself into this, enormous snake of water, and it just starts flowing all through the cavern, sort of twisting and turning, and it hits every one of them because you know where they are.
Yes.
And
I did get really good on a perception check, so hopefully I would know where all of them are.
guessing.
Swing.
And every single one of them loses its grip. Ground or ceiling, doesn't matter. They lose their grip and they go washing away. And a few of them do try to sort of zip their tentacles
Been there,
out
done
to
that.
grab you guys.
Take
Um,
2.
I will put my
Spider
shadow
rope,
in the way of
spider
anybody
rope.
that they can catch. So if they catch anybody, hopefully it is the shadow.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I probably would have redirected the water so it's not near us.
Okay. You do
I mean,
recall that
They
they've
have
got
like a
really
90
really
Yes.
long.
Yes.
They've got a
They
really
were
long
50 foot
reach.
Yeah.
But you're able to maneuver them in such a way that they just go sweeping right past you guys, and they're really bad shots tonight apparently. Anyway, and they go washing down the river past.
Okay.
Drive into the river, Bob.
So we'll just do these guys.
All right, and then I can lead out from here. And this time, let's just leave the slime thing alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry about. I'm just saying that there's
Now
no
we know.
reason to fight it.
Okay, so where are you leading to?
Same place we went last time, actually.
Okay.
The
Not
room
the,
with the
not
two
the one with the
doors.
church,
So
but the one that
we're
looked
out
like
of the
a
water,
portal.
right?
What's that?
We're out of the water. I'm dropping the spell.
Okay.
The place where you said
It's
that
here.
my shadow felt the air movement.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's here.
Oh, it was this room.
This room.
I misunderstood. I apologize.
Why is it doing that? I don't.
Okay, so somewhere in here, I was feeling a gust of wind. So we should see if there's a way through this way.
Hey, I.
Is that an investigation check?
That would be
Can
yes.
I'm distracted by pretty shiny things in
11.
the room, apparently. 'Cause that's a 10.
17.
Okay, so we got 11,
10.
10,
3.
3, 17,
4.
4.
22.
My
And a
intelligence
22.
is not the best.
So Killian and Cabbage, you do feel that there is a little sort of, it's faint. It's really easy to miss, but there's almost a very soft movement of air from the south.
Well, I think it's this way.
That's the one place we didn't check.
Yep.
I didn't feel anything. Cool. Okay.
So there is a,
It's my pirate senses.
looking that direction, there is what looks like, at first glance, it's real easy to write it off as a solid wall in the dim light.
It's okay.
But looking a little bit closer, you realize it's not a solid wall at all. It is, in fact, a bit of a cave
No,
in.
it's fine.
Wait, a bit of a what?
It's a cave in.
A cave. Okay, sorry.
Ah. Okay, well, I can start clearing this.
Good luck.
Pull out my shovel.
I'll help.
I'll make sure nothing comes up on us.
Yep, I'll keep watch.
And my shadow will pull out a shadow shovel and start shoveling with me.
So your shadow shovel is pulling, the
I
shadow of
will
rocks.
Help.
I mean,
shovel.
it can touch physical things because it can attack people, right?
I will help shovel.
Okay.
The strong people can do the manual.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not strong, but I'm Dexy.
I'm
strong.
Dexy. I have -1 for strength.
I'm terrible. I'm only good at charisma-based things and remembering history.
All right.
Except I can't perform very well.
So who's actually digging?
Everyone except the negative strength people.
All right. Everyone who's digging, roll me an athletics check.
No. Oh no. Yeah,
That could have been
no.
worse.
Catching some gravel quits.
It's a 4.
16.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
A 9. Ooh. Ouch. 4.
Okay.
You guys are just in the way.
Pretty much.
I
Pretty
try.
much.
Yeah. So you're trying to shovel, and you're having to shovel around Mizu
Where
and
we
Simi.
keep throwing the stuff, they're picking it up and throwing it back towards us.
No,
So
I
it's
imagine
just this constant-
Mizuki working on one side and Simi working the other. Simi's going like this and moving it to the side. And then Mizuki sees the same thing and moves it to the side. And it's the same
It's
pile
just-
just
same
keeps
pile
going
of
back
dirt.
and forth.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Just
Yep.
doing the sand pile thing, like I'm digging and they're digging up above, and their stuff is just like sliding.
Yeah.
So for various and sundry reasons, it takes a little bit longer than you would like
How
necessarily.
long is this taking?
Um, you're making progress, but it's slow going, and
Okay, hang on. And I'm gonna look, Keith, and since I am proficient with Mason's tools, if I tried to use Shatter to, destroy a whole bunch and make all the rocks that are in the way a lot smaller and potentially easier to get through, how much of the tunnel that I can see from where this cave-in is looks structurally sound enough that if I use a spell to try and blast a whole bunch of the stuff in the way out, do I think it'll just bring everything down?
There was
or-
already a cave in.
Well, I know, but I don't know if that's already brought down all the unstable parts, or...
Since you're proficient with masonry tools, just make me an investigation check real quick. And I will remind you, you have a dwarf with you.
And this is how we lived. You need a new house? We dig it.
25.
Okay. Looks like most of the whatever instability there was has already come down. You feel like you're pretty confident you'd be okay if you just blasted it.
How long has the process taken so far?
Half an hour.
So in that case...
Are you announcing your intentions?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, all right, move away from the rocks. This is taking far too long.
And
How far away
Brayden
can
and I
you
are
Hmm?
watching.
Me? Yeah.
To cast
Observing.
it, because there's going to be a
Observing.
lot of
Well,
shrapnel.
no, keeping watch. Making
How about
sure
you
that
keep
nothing
watch
bad
in the
Observing
hallway?
your
This is kind of the opposite of workers.
Yeah.
There's actually
It's
four,
got 60
four people
supervisors.
watching
Okay,
and two
well, I will still stand in
supervisors.
front of you with my shield out because there's going to be a lot of shrapnel.
Another one. It'll be fine.
It's your magic. But
So Killian's gonna twist a part on his arm brace, and this sound just erupts out of it and
Fire
goes
into
through. And
hole.
could you have all the rocks make a Constitution saving throw?
Imagine that, they fail.
Does this sound affect the rest of us?
not because you are not in it, it does not hurt you, but you can hear like that. You know that high pitch, like old people aren't supposed to be able to hear it. That really annoying high pitched mosquito. It's like that, but really like you can if you're
And
near
it sort of
you can feel
echoes
the
a little
vibration.
bit. And you're hearing it bounce off of walls all the way around you.
Ooh.
That.
No.
All right, so
I
all
know they
of
don't do that well,
the
but they're
stone is
still-
going to take 65 points of thunder damage
Uh-huh.
as it all shatters and cracks and breaks.
So it shatters and sort of part of it goes down the tunnel, part of it gets sort of blasted out. Some of it just sort of collapses where it was, and dust gets kicked up and sort of wafts in the air and rolls out at you guys.
Got my mouth covered and my nose covered.
Killian,
Yeah.
why haven't you done this before?
Well, because we haven't needed it before.
I can think of a few situations where just like bulldozing a million things in front of us probably would have been useful.
Oh, you mean like when I knocked all the arrows out of the sky before they hit us? That was when we were on the sled.
That would actually been useful. That would have actually been
Oh,
useful
yeah.
to create an avalanche.
Yeah, they tried to 300 us.
And then Gillian used Thunderwave and just blasted all the arrows that were coming at us. No. But it's similar enough. No, I cannot think of another time that I thought I looked at where we were and said, you know what I need to pulverize a lot of rock right now.
What about kobolds?
It's not as effective on Cobalt as it is on rock.
Why? Looks pretty effective. You basically just made gravel.
Because
I'm gonna just
kobolds
go ahead and go through.
are harder to crack
I'll
into
follow.
small pieces
Okay.
with noise.
I guess that makes sense. They're squishy. They probably absorb more.
And if it's kobolds, I have better ways of dealing with them.
Oh, good grief.
Are you having technical issues?
What?
Yes.
Never.
No more button pushing, Keith.
No more.
No more buttons for you.
Brayden, are you okay?
Hmm?
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
Wow, that did not make me feel
I
any better
am
about that.
not
dying, I'm
convinced.
Hmm?
I am not convinced.
I still have a sore throat. It didn't magically disappear
Roll
within
an
the
insight
last
check.
within the last hour I've been here.
Lies.
Perception check.
Okay. So the tunnel you guys go down is very narrow and very short. It is.
That's fine.
It is. It does appear to be more dwarven shaped and dwarven sized than the previous passages. So you get a sense that this was not the kind of. This is not the entrance that most people would have used coming into the city, or assuming you're coming to a city. As you get into the tunnel, all of you do start to feel the very light breeze sort of wafting up from deeper.
Oh,
What does it smell like? Like, is it like damp, moist?
It is, yes, it
Oh,
is.
I actually didn't even think about it. I'm sorry, Danny.
Yeah, so there is, I mean, it's not like bone dry or anything. There is a little bit of a scent of moisture to the air. So you do get a sense that probably there's going to be some standing water. There's a little bit of. It's not like full on mildew, but it's definitely a very musty, very closed off sort of
Like
smell.
moss.
Yeah,
Like when you don't have a fan that works in your bathroom and you take a shower.
yeah.
I have that.
Now, are we moving downward?
Yes.
Okay. How steeply are we moving downward?
It's not super steep, but it is definitely noticeable.
Okay.
Mal gets out his protractor. And Measures the grade.
So
I
the
just
entire passageway runs for about 100 feet or so, and in that time, you probably drop about 10 or 15, maybe 20 feet.
Okay. So maybe like 6% grade.
Okay.
And then it opens back up, and the ceiling pulls away off into darkness. And there is the sense in your ears of a big open space. Somewhere ahead of you and below, you can actually hear running water.
Does it sound like a waterfall echoing?
No, actually.
Alright, how do we want to do this part? Do we want to check side passages first, or do we want to continue forward?
How long has this taken us?
Half an hour to clear rocks.
Half an
10,
hour to
15
clear
minutes
rocks,
walk.
probably no more than about 10 or 15 minutes down the passage. All told, from the time you put the key in, you're probably hour and a half.
Okay, so I mean,
Well, should we set goals here?
If
First and foremost, I think we want to find your shard thing, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And second would be to find a way to activate the defenses.
so, firstly, I want confirmation that this is in fact the city. Because what we have walked through so far until now did not feel particularly city-like.
Oh, no. I'm just clarifying general goals so that, because if we're looking for the city proper, then we also need to like check side passages and things. But if we're looking for if we're looking for his gem thing, then it's more likely not going to be in residential areas, I would imagine. Like, I'm just trying to clarify where we're looking,
Well, it depends on where the point of impact was.
which we don't know, and we don't really have a way to know.
No, I actually think first order of business, we need to find a building or a room that we can secure to use as our sort of temporary resting place.
Let's
while
check
we
one of
explore.
these two alcoves real
Okay,
quick and
yeah.
see if those will work.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
check the
let's check
east
out
side
those,
then.
yeah. While they're walking, Mizuki is going to pray to Ganas and see if there's an answer. She might ask, like, is this where the city was?
Was
the right
civilization
place,
actually here?
does this place look
Because
familiar?
if it was, then hopefully she would be able to reach him. But if not, then who
So
knows?
so you reach out in prayer,
Yes.
and you actually do make contact, and he doesn't show up for everybody, but there, sort of in the darkness, standing next to you, kind of like a very, very faint hologram almost, is the familiar figure of Vinos.
Okay.
Use the force.
And he's kind of looking around. It's
Listen
like,
to me not, did you?
this place has seen better days.
It does seem like that.
There's enough left here for me to somewhat touch this place, but not a lot. I won't have a lot of power here.
I understand.
Be
Thank
careful.
you. I will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I believe we are in the city for certain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing over this side, yeah?
Yep,
What
nothing
about
over
the
on
other
this side.
What about the
Or-
other sides?
my god would not have been able to reach me here.
So poking around, you do see, you do pass by Mal what looks like a little bit of a guard post. Killian, you have control of your own.
I do.
Okay. Off the other direction, you kind of see
Is that a cart?
that is a cart. Sorry.
I want it.
Add cart to inventory.
Looking at the cart, it does look like maybe the
See better
wood
days.
is only just barely there.
That's okay. I'll take it with me. How big is it?
I mean, it's a hand cart.
Okay, yeah, I am going to bring it.
As you reach down to grasp
I
the
want
half,
to push it in front of me.
so as you reach down to grasp the handles, they come away in your hands, and
That's
the whole
okay.
whole thing disintegrates into dust.
Fair enough.
So key.
Yeah.
This
I'm
Hold it, hold it,
strange
push into traps.
empty passage over here. I'd like to look for secret doors or anything.
Okay.
No, I just was.
Make
I
an
wanted something
investigation
to push
check.
in front of us, so that if something was going to set off traps, it was going to be
24.
this cart and not my face.
It's
Yes, that's fair.
there are no secret doors there. You do get a sense that the passage at one time did extend farther, but it is so blocked up now that it is just basically more or less solid rock.
All right. Well, is there anything inside those guard posts?
There are a couple of empty weapon racks,
Okay.
but beyond that, no.
There's no like control switch like there was in the tomb. Okay.
No.
All right. So down the obviously trapped hallway now, right?
Is that a hallway? Or is that a bridge over a very, very, very large drop off? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy!
Oh boy.
That's a giant pit.
Oh,
Down
jeez.
there is where the Balrog lives.
You shall not pass!
Great.
If you put a Balrog in here, I will both admire and be disappointed in you.
All simultaneously.
All simultaneously. It's like, I knew he couldn't balance it properly.
All right. How structurally sound does the stone look?
Well, it's been a couple
Make
thousand
me an
years.
investigation check.
Based on my experience watching Lord of the Rings.
You get you get advantage, by the way.
Oh yeah, for stone. That's
for
right.
stone.
You hear the
That's good.
Mines of Moria theme playing.
Someone's gonna knock
Dude,
something over the edge and we'll listen to it clap.
That's gonna be 18.
18.
Yep.
I
Good thing I had advantage though, because the first roll was a 1.
mean, it looks fairly solid.
Think we're okay.
That is a relative term.
I mean, I think the stone is going to hold our weight.
Okay. So
That being said,
does
and
your
Killian's going to
shadow
reach
have
into his
weight?
bag and pull out his long bar of iron.
I thought you
Now-
were I thought you were about to say
Now,
you
does
pull
your
out the
shadow have
badger.
Oh no! Anyway, and he's
Nah.
just gonna sort of hand out like,
Shadow
I
have
think
weight.
everyone should hold on to this in case we start falling.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Does your shadow have weight?
Actually, I was.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
So if I take this rock,
No.
And throw it?
Leap of
No.
faith. Leap of faith.
No.
Due to denial, I'm immortal.
Gosh, I like you.
I like it too.
Niels. Joe always doesn't start with an
I
I.
am going to ask you
Mark, move the reference
With-
on your bingo card.
everything in my heart. Please do not throw that over the edge.
Oh, everything in your heart.
Everything in my heart.
Oh, that's
Please
so
do not
sweet.
throw that over the edge.
No, I was gonna throw it on the edge. I was gonna throw it onto the bridge.
Please don't do that either.
only because it was everything in your heart.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Pippin. I mean that.
You mean
Wait, why are we
cabbage?
holding on to the bar?
Oh, that amnesia must have gotten really bad to you.
Yeah.
We're holding
He's
on
been
to the bar.
calling me Legolas for like past 5 minutes.
We're holding on to the bar so that if and when we start falling, I can make us levitate.
Does that sound
Right
reasonable,
with the
Gimli?
avalanche.
I cannot jump that far. You'll have to throw me.
Do not tell the elf.
So, should we maybe attach ourselves to the rod?
Especially
That's
those of us
maybe
Just
not
to
a
be
bad
extra
idea.
safe.
To the rod, the
Yeah.
rod.
Well, I don't have any rope, so
I have rope.
Killian now is like, here, hold this, and he pulls out a giant. Well, I have much rope.
I also have rope. What? Never mind. Sorry.
Ah.
Moving on.
She had a tangent moment.
Killian has 500 feet of rope in his bag.
Okay then.
Okay,
Um,
that's fair.
I'm just holding the rope.
Yeah, let's tie off, I suppose. I'll grab a length and tie to it.
Alright.
Okay.
Just in case.
Does someone tie me on?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because no.
We don't trust him to tie his own knots.
He cannot
Fair.
not.
Not.
I can tie everybody up.
Tie me
No
in front.
knots. You want to be in front?
Yep.
Why?
Several reasons. First, if there's anything to detect, like, race, these are my ancestors,
Then you'll get past safely while the rest of us get obliterated.
or it'll look like I'm leading you guys in.
Not sure.
By that logic, that makes sense. It's fine.
Also, I feel like, in terms of,
Are you saying this tunnel's racist?
this is
That
a
one
bridge.
goes in. That one goes in the
Yep.
in the quotes.
This is a bridge, not a tunnel.
Bridge.
Tunnel.
There
Yeah, they're
is
very,
a
very different.
important difference
There is a
between those
very
two.
important
Tomato, potato.
Exactly.
That's your sister, isn't it?
I don't have one named Tomato, just potato.
Yeah. That's your sister.
Good memory.
No more.
Alright, so I'm in front and I will lead out. At 25 feet per round. So all of you have to walk slightly slower than is comfortable.
I was gonna say, it's that awful, like, it's not quite slow enough that I'm just, like, moving, like, super slow or just taking one step for every, like, 3 of yours. It's that awkward, like, it's hard to keep it in the right,
Fun fact: when I was in high school, my walk was like super fast. I had to train myself to go slower.
Sorry, Natalie.
Got little legs.
Well, and especially when we're in Walmart, I walk really fast.
I feel that. When I was pregnant, it was a nightmare. I had to tell him to stop.
You could have just tied a rope to him and just like skateboarded.
There you go.
Just
Yeah,
Swifters
just
on
need
the feet.
Heelys.
Oh right, pregnant. Sorry.
No, that's a good idea.
Just tie a rope to the
Yep.
cart.
And jet ski behind.
Yep.
She's very cute.
So you guys walk out onto this bridge, and the depths of the abyss on either side of you are lost to sight.
Oh, we're back to the abyss.
You can't see the bottom.
Did Weaver ever go?
But
I
as
last
you
week.
are crossing the bridge, in front of you looms very suddenly out of the darkness a massive dwarven rampart. This looks like the gates
Front
to a dwarven city.
This is it. This is it.
Okay then. Guess we found your city for sure.
Make me an investigation check.
Wait, that's the wrong.
No.
That's Isengard.
Actually, She's right. It is
It is,
Isengard.
but it works just fine for this.
It does.
It's Moria, not Isengard.
I can't even. What's the Moria?
Wow, it's
Is that a 13 or an 18?
Very important.
Just
looks like
impressed.
a 13
Don't
to me.
shoot.
Yes.
I'm
Unnatural
not
20.
judging.
A natural
I'm
20?
just
Okay.
impressed. So I guess that's a
Fair.
form of
There are, in fact, gates. They are
That's,
standing open.
What's next to it? 3?
The door. The city lays before it. I'm gonna get water.
I think
The jets are killing me. Take them away.
Take them away.
So you continue forward?
I'd like to kind of investigate and look and see if I feel like there's any kind of a trappage situation or anything like that.
Okay.
Bad at investigation, but we'll try. You have 13?
I have find traps, but I don't want to use it yet.
13.
I want to find new too.
You don't find anything specifically trap-like. But as you're walking across this bridge, you do see one spot where there is a very, very fine hairline, straight as an arrow that goes from one side of the bridge to the other.
Guys?
What?
There's a crack right there.
A
Just
crap.
be aware. There's like a little hairline fracture looking thing right in front of you.
Step on your crack and you break your mother's back.
Or, you know, the world. I don't know.
Okay, I'll step over it.
Okay.
Step over.
step over it.
It might be
I
fine.
will also
just-
step over it.
But just in case.
Who's in
Yeah.
the back?
So according to this lineup, it's Milo.
It was
Seems
probably
about right.
Seems
That's
about right.
fair.
I do have Killian up front only because
Right.
yeah, he can sort of take control and move you guys around.
So,
As you pass through the sort of archway, there's nothing as as obvious as a portcullis or anything to be seen here. There are, however, arrow slits from looking out over this sort of entry area, both left and right, and then there is a much shorter passage, still probably wide enough for the handcart you saw or ones like it to be able to traverse. Not big enough for things like wagons to get down.
okay. Maybe it's a bad idea, and I'm putting that out there to start with, but I'm kind of wondering if we want to, with everybody else on this side of the gate, go trigger whatever that is.
I don't think we need to.
But if we can lock this gate, if that's what this does, and the kobolds are trying to come through here,
Won't they just get attacked by whatever that is?
possibly, unless they step over it, because that was
Also,
not that difficult.
They will
but-
have to. Okay. So, I suppose now that we are actually here, so
We are here.
Right.
I think I've got a way to magically seal doors, any kind of door,
Okay.
so that only we can open them. So if we can get these gates closed, I can seal them, and then the kobolds will have to literally break them down.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is like I think I might be able to drop this gate. I will be on the far side, but then I can just switch places
Oh
with
no,
my
yeah,
shadow.
absolutely. If we can, we should close it,
Okay,
seal it up.
so I will untie myself. All right, if everybody wants to step a little bit further, I will step back out to the bridge and step on that once you guys are clear of the gate.
Okay, then.
And I will leave my shadow with them.
Are we sure that if whatever this thing we're hoping they'll trigger and all that kind of stuff, like that it isn't gonna like destroy
No.
our way out or? Okay.
Absolutely not.
All right.
They wouldn't seal themselves in here.
I can make bridges.
They're accustomed to being underground.
Right, but they wouldn't seal their only way in or out.
I can make bridges.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that.
I can make
Okay.
bridges if
So I'm gonna go step on the crack.
it got
Take
destroyed.
Break his mother's back.
Okay. Okay. Good deal.
And somewhere in the world, there's a cry.
All right. So
Not
what are the
today,
rest
I
of you guys doing while he's doing that?
I am looking at these gates to see Are they like? Is there a mechanism, presumably in a guard tower, that closes them? Can I just close them right here? How does one close these gates?
Make an investigation check. All right, so Mal, you step back out onto the bridge and you go and
I'm stepping on it and immediately switching places.
okay, so you walk up to it, you put your foot on the crack and immediately switch places. And nothing happens.
You probably have to stomp on it a lot harder to cause it to collapse.
Dang it!
It's, well,
I'll switch places again
Okay.
and like jump, and then teleport back.
Huh.
I got nothing, guys.
well, the defenses aren't on, so
I say we leave it then at this point.
Yeah.
Can I throw a rock now
Where?
at the brick?
Sure.
It just looks fun.
And you miss.
I've been waiting
To the
for
pit
this
of
rock
nothing.
and listening to it clatter.
Make a ranged attack.
Ranged
I am
attack on a
I'm waiting
bridge.
for that scene in the Mines of Moria where Pippin knocks over the skeleton and they listen to it clang down all the way.
Yes.
What was
Drums
your
in the deep.
ranged attack? Is that just my?
Same thing you'd use with a bow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then 15.
Clink, 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 clink.
And the bridge collapses.
No. It just lays there out on the edge of the
I
bridge.
just really wanted to
17.
do that.
17.
How the gates work.
So the gates themselves, it doesn't appear as though they're meant to be moved manually. So somewhere, you assume close by, there's probably a control mechanism.
So
I'm
I
willing
wanna
to
go,
bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for the control mechanism to the gates.
I'll go check this other side.
Okay, so who's going where?
He's going left. I'm going right.
Okay.
I will
I guess
go
I'll-
with Killian.
I'll cover Mal then.
Apparently the whole line is going to follow you.
Yeah.
I'll stay in the cross section.
We just got a Mamba line,
I'm
Mamba
just-
Congo line. There we go.
I just figure maybe I can
So the
probably-
first room you come to looks more like an archer's post. There are slits out over, covering the bridge, some covering the entryway. Not a whole lot to see beyond that.
Is this an armory? Is what it looks like?
Yeah, it's very much looking like an armory here.
Is there any weaponry left?
No.
Looks like it was all taken.
So this is another.
It isn't. It is. It does have archers slits looking out. Make me an investigation check.
21.
21. There is in the middle of the room a hole in the floor.
Is it round?
Do I think our control rod would?
Possibly.
Okay, so there's this hole in the ground. Do we want to try putting the rod of timey nonsense in it?
Are we sure that doesn't like reset everything?
I have no
Okay,
idea what it does.
You know, I'm
For
gonna,
all I know, it's going to rewind time
Here.
until we were all children. I have no idea.
It's just not math.
I'll identify the
No.
the hole. Yeah,
It might not be magic.
it doesn't matter if it's magic or not.
That's true.
Okay. Go for it.
But you're doing that as a ritual, so it's gonna be like
Yes,
10
I will
minutes.
do it as
Yeah.
a ritual. Yes.
So from the
That's
other
okay.
side, is the other side identical?
Does it also have the?
It's got it has got a hole there as well.
Okay, I'll come back over. Hey, I need the rod.
I got the same thing.
Yeah.
Mizuki's looking at it.
At what?
The hole in the ground
The hole
before
in the
we
ground.
stuff the rod of rewinding time into it.
So there's two
But
of
it's
them.
just a. Can I see the rod?
If we're doing this, we might as well do it.
But if she can figure out what it is going to do.
No, I mean if we're identifying it,
Oh,
there's no
identifying the
sense.
whole.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
We're already doing it. We're halfway done.
We're gonna wait till she's done her thing before we
Yes.
put the rod of changing time
Yes.
and play the song of time.
Play the fun time before.
I just want to take a nap.
Huh.
I don't know if that's the song I'm talking about.
I don't know.
That's fascinating. I was just rereading Identify.
What about it?
What discovery did you make?
Before it tells you what you learn, there is an if clause. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties.
Oh, it really doesn't
How do you
identify
decide?
non-magical then?
No.
It doesn't look like it, no.
Oh.
It's legend lore that can tell you the history
That's
of an
right.
item, but that's not till like 6th level.
Dang it.
No, identify
Okay.
does not work.
Legend lore is.
Yeah, Identify is not a catch-all, apparently.
No.
Good
That
to
doesn't
know.
work with this.
If it's magical.
That would be a very interesting question.
But you
But
also,
by the time she's done identifying, it would be the same amount of time for me to cast
you
detect
also
magic
know
without blowing a
if the
spell
item
slot,
was created
so.
by a spell.
I mean, hey.
True,
Yeah, sure.
if it was created by a spell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go,
Mm,
and I'm going to go back up to where the gate is,
Okay.
and I'm gonna listen. So he's hoping that here is a big sort of echo chamber. He's hoping that if the
Mm.
kobolds have come in, he can
You
hear
can hear
them.
Okay.
Which is going to be a perception check, probably, which means that it doesn't matter if they're in the cave, they could be across the bridge and he's not going to hear them.
If you tell somebody who has better perception,
So-
what
so-
you're doing.
No, he's just
So go
annoyed
ahead and make the
waiting,
perception
So
check.
he's going to go
Go
out
ahead and make the
there.
perception check.
So meanwhile,
Yeah, 4.
my 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
Is it the right diameter to maybe also fit inside this hole?
No.
It's okay. we're all
Overestimating a bit, aren't you?
No, no, not at all.
well. So, I'm going to follow you, annoyed at your annoyance, but also not willing to let you go someplace where you're not.
I'm just gonna.
I mean, I already was. Like, I literally came back from the opposite side.
Yeah, and I followed you the first time. So.
So we're waiting on
We're
Identify.
waiting on
Okay.
identify,
Okay.
and he's gonna
Yes.
try and listen for kobolds and fail.
and fail.
What I'm doing.
So you get through casting the identify
Okay.
spell. There's
Yeah,
nothing innately magical about the mechanism here that you're trying to check for. There is
Is there magic imbued in the object? At all?
not in any of the machinery. No.
Okay.
There's a little bit of it feels like a residue maybe, but more like it came in contact with something magical, but it is so very faint
Okay.
that you can't even identify what it was or how long it's been. Were you doing detect magic?
No, I don't see any
mean,
Okay.
points.
Okay.
Yeah, no. but-
I'm fairly confident that the hole is not magical.
Okay.
Alright. Okay. So.
Actually, well, since I've got time, if I don't hear anything,
Okay.
he'll start looking at the crack and seeing if it might have just been because of a shift when this thing hit,
Yeah, that makes a
or
lot of
like
sense.
what the crack is from, if he can guess.
Okay. Make an investigation check, and because it is stonework, be sure you factor in whatever
Like,
bonus
pull
you
out your
get.
sword and just like tap him a little bit and cause the whole thing to collapse.
Natural 20, and I don't think there's any bonus though.
I'm following
yeah,
him, but I
20.
notice nothing.
Well, you're a dwarf. It has to do with stonework.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I just don't have any like
Right.
bonuses.
Right. With the natural 20, this line is far too straight to have been a stress fracture or a fracture of any kind. This was done deliberately.
Okay.
You kind of, in peering over the side of the bridge, you do get the sense that the sections move in relation to each other one way or the other.
Okay.
Have you
So
identified?
Is there any
Fog
places where there
blocks.
was scraping?
Did you identify
along the
control
wall?
already?
Mhm.
Okay, I figured.
Like, do I get the sense that like the bridge itself can turn?
Not turn so much as
Retract.
drawbridge.
Okay.
So either up or down, but you're not real sure which.
Okay, I gotcha.
That makes sense.
Okay, well, I'll step back behind the gate.
I know you're irritated, but being impulsive has not had the best track record with this group.
I'm
Killian's gonna call through one of the arrow slits. Hey, we're gonna try the thing! You might want to move out of the way!
There you
we
go.
are.
So we will be out of the way.
Okay. You look like you were going to say something.
There's one of these holes on either side, isn't there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh dang it.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. Sorry. I just.
So Killian is going to pull the control rod out of his bag.
Okay.
Alright, any last objections before I see
No,
what this does?
Go ahead.
Best I can figure.
Okay.
Does it slide in easy? Do I have to like finagle it? Is
You do have to
Slide it
manipulate
easy.
it a little bit, but it's relatively easy, and you get it into into the bottom of the receptacle.
You right over there, Danny?
He's putting
really
his rod in
tired.
the hole. And
This is so much
I have
funnier
to
than
slide
it
it
would
in
be.
and out a little bit to get it to. It's a,
Needs
And
lube.
it does feel like at the very bottom
When
it
there
sort
was,
of
when there was
slots
residual
into a specific
stuff
orientation.
on the inside of the hole earlier,
There's
like, this
residual.
whole time I have been.
Whole time.
But so as it gets to the bottom, nothing happens.
turn.
So it does turn, a quarter turn to the left, and you start to hear machinery start up.
Please don't be blowing anything up. Please don't be blowing anything up. Please don't be blowing anything up.
Is that
The
what you
out,
wanted to say?
yeah, out in front,
No.
the gates start to close. And as they close all the way completely, you feel the key pop loose.
All right, go do the other side now.
Isn't it both of them? They closed?
Yeah, the gate's closed.
The other one might lift the bridge.
It's a
up.
drawbridge.
Sorry.
You don't know, cabbage.
I could have been
Oh.
with you. I forgot.
Okay,
Sorry.
well, and let's see. Are you two still out at the where the gates were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cabbage.
What?
Do you want to go over to the other one and use this?
Sure. Why?
Because I'm gonna go lock the door.
Oh, right. It's okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
we will come out and Killian will go over to the gate while I assume at least Cabbage is gonna go up the other side.
Okay. So you make your way. The rooms on the other side are basically a mirror image of what you just saw, down to the arrow slits and the armory and everything. You do find the spot for the key to go into. You slip it in and manipulate it down to the bottom. Turn it a quarter turn, and out front, the bridge drops away. Half of it comes to your side of the chasm, half of it goes to the other.
That's so cool.
Okay.
So Killian's gonna go over the door and pull out 5 magnets, and even if it's not metal, they'll start sticking to the door, and I will ritually cast Arcane Lock on this door.
Okay.
So this will take 11 minutes.
Okay.
So I don't know what the rest of you are doing during this time.
I am going to stay close enough that there's not too much, like, I'm within eyesight of other people and just kind of look around this area.
I'm gonna start doing that down to the south
Yeah.
too.
I don't like this
Is
dice.
just
I'm going
going
to quit that one.
to find a nice
Jeez, I
spot
like
to
that one
sit and
less.
pray.
Okay.
I'm
That's
going
all.
to kind of do the same, but also make sure that I'm keeping watch.
I think I just broke the. I just
What?
broke the thing.
Oh.
All right, so it takes you 11 minutes.
Yep. So at the end, anybody who's over by the gate can hear this ethereal like thunk of a lock falling into place.
Real funk.
Like it comes from no discernible location. You just hear the sound of a lock. And he'll pull his stuff off. Be like, all right, only us can open this door.
Let's go.
Perfect. That's a darn good start at least. So we found the city. Now we have to find the shard.
Well, towards this end, Keith, have we had a short last session? Did we have a short rest at all?
Some of us did.
Started on a rest, but it got reset.
Yes.
So
Never mind.
at this
So
point,
we.
no.
So no.
So we're getting up on real tired.
Coming up on that, yes.
Well, and that means I have not had Mizuki make me any more doors yet. Because
Uh,
then, like, so I was going to have Mizuki make me doors. That way, like, the little entryways going up to the towers, if you can make me a door and a door frame, I can just put that up, attach it, and lock it with Arcane Lock again. And then
That's
it'll be, so, like,
cool.
Okay. Yeah.
it'll be really
Annoying.
That's
obnoxious
cool.
for anyone coming behind
That's
us. There
really
will just
cool.
be
I like
doors
that.
all over the place that they can't open.
That's brilliant.
That's
That is
awesome.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I will. I guess if we want to just chill here, or
I mean,
We can keep
But we
going.
can keep
I just,
going.
I was only going to do it if we already
Yeah.
had some doors made.
no, not yet, at least.
Okay. So you guys push further and find yourself.
there's more corridors there though, right?
There were just the two off to the side.
Oh,
Yeah.
You push forward and you find yourself in. It's an area that looks like, at least for this level of the city, was built around sort of a low spot for water to collect and be drained out. There is standing water in it. There are, it is like plate glass smooth. There are what you can only assume are barracks sort of lining the area. So this would be the first, the first line of defense beyond the gate itself, the gate proper.
okay. Is there in the stone around us? Is there any clear indication of where the majority of foot traffic would have come through?
Not that you're seeing here, no. You get a sense this was a gate to the city, not the main gate.
Okay. No. Do you want to check up the stairs real fast?
Sure.
Up the stairs.
Are those not stairs?
Oh, I mean, it's a little
It's
low.
raised a little bit. but-
It's raised
Okay,
just a
gotcha.
little bit, not much.
Yeah, just barracks.
Okay. Nothing of import in there that we can tell.
Nope.
Okay.
Does the barracks have a door?
Ah,
Not anymore.
somebody find this man a door.
Do we want to check the other one?
Sure.
Yeah. Especially if you think that.
If doors are helpful, then
Yeah.
checking places where there might be doors.
Seems like a good plan.
Is that a chest?
They all have a chest. I don't know if that's actually like a chest that looks like there's stuff in.
It looks like it's. I mean, it does look like a chest, but it does look like it's been there for a very long
Hey
time.
Milo, do you want to open that?
Do you want me to open it?
I can open it. I'll just pop it open.
Okay, so as you pop it open, there's a little bit of dust sort of comes
Poisonous
out.
spores that go.
There
That's
is sort of this smell of musty cloth and that has been sitting for a very long time. Not much else.
Okay. Is there any like paper or anything in there? Anything that might be of worth historically speaking?
There's no paper. No. There is sort of the remains of a little leather pouch, but the
Okay.
leather looks like old and tattered.
Okay, he'll grab that.
So the pouch sort of falls apart in your hand, leaving just a handful of copper and silver coins that are not familiar. You know, they don't look like anything that you're familiar with.
Okay, he'll just go ahead and pocket those, and then he's gonna run and check all of the other places for anything of historical import. Anyway.
Make me an investigation check.
And I'm just gonna specifically look for doors because I know that would be helpful to Killian.
So that's a 1.
Oh no.
Okay. The
One of them's a mimic. I knew it.
the only doors you're finding are ones that have more or less fallen apart from age.
Sorry, Killian.
That's alright. This is why I was going to have Mizuki make me metal doors anyway.
Fair enough. Well, he hasn't said that you got eaten by a mimic.
Yet.
So poking around, you really don't find
That's fine.
much of anything else. I mean, most of what you're finding is, you know, so tattered and torn with age that it's hard to see if there's any value to
That's fair.
much of what you're seeing.
That's fair. He'll just go back to sort of the central area and meet up with everybody. And he'll
Keith, what's this room?
It's a pisser.
This so that room looks more like would have been a storeroom, perhaps at some point.
The thing in the middle, is that just a pillar?
Yeah, it's just a pillar holding the roof up.
Well, he will also mention to everyone, like, if there's anything that might contain writing or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
If anybody finds anything, I would like to be able to record it.
Oh. Rolled an 11. Nothing.
Yeah.
Not finding anything, but
That's
as
fair.
we go through, I'll see.
I mean,
if
these were the
can.
barracks. It's not like these
Yeah.
people were probably scholars anyway.
Most of the scraps of paper you're finding are just that. They're scraps, and there's not a whole lot of writing that's left legible on them.
Worth trying, though. I'm not a scholar, but I still write a significant amount.
Any paper that was written by just a normal person will probably have not been stored particularly well.
That's true.
So, the room you're sort of finding yourself in has the feel more of a sort of a headquarters.
Found HQ.
So probably whoever was in charge of the soldiers stationed here at this post.
Does it look like there's anything left that would be of value or of use?
Make an investigation check.
24.
24?
Fortress.
2 and 2.
Digging through sort of the detritus and the rubble, you do find what looks to be some very distinctly dwarven arrowheads. The shafts are gone, but the arrowheads themselves
I will grab those.
are
then.
still there.
That's what the mimics will be.
You just bite the crap out of your finger.
1 for each finger.
Yep. Electronic bugles.
So exploring around, you do find that it's mostly, as I say, just the same sort of small barracks style rooms.
Okay, so 2 are. Am I correct, Keith, in assuming that north on the map is north in real life?
Yeah, north is up.
All right, so to the east there is what looks like a tunnel that might lead to other parts of all the buildings in here that I checked out look like just barracks and it's a guard post.
So on farther then?
Eastward then.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for anything, if you would, please.
Oh, I will take out half the dwarven arrowheads and hand them to you. Found these.
Thank you. And as they're walking, he'll pull out a piece of paper and do a sort of quick rubbing of the coins
Okay.
and then the arrowheads afterwards.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes, somebody's off in the.
Stone shape.
What's that
I
on
do
the
have milk.
walls?
That's the
What
one.
do you mean?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like fire.
That was a trap. You're not supposed to see that.
Fire?
I don't know, just from my end it looks like fire, but I could be mistaken.
Where?
Oh, okay. Sorry. The way I'm looking from my perspective, it looks like some of the wider parts of the rock looked kind of like yellow, so it looked like fire coming off.
I
the
can see
wall.
So, Keith,
Yes.
this part
Mm-hmm.
does that look like another one of those? It used to be a potentially a tunnel that.
No, it looks like that more was maybe planned to be something else,
Right, it
but
just might
was
have- it
was
moved around
abandoned.
and expanding it. Well, that goes up a ways and does not go down.
Oh, because you weren't here last week, you missed me biting Brayden.
It
was
did. It
really
was
great.
amazing.
I am sad.
Well, it only
Someone
worked because you were
clipped it.
gone, so.
I'm sure someone clipped it.
For the very first time, Steven sat next to Braden, and Braden will never sit by Steven again.
Yeah. For the first and
Because
the
Steven
last
does
time.
in fact bite.
I'll never bite you, Brayden.
I forget why that happened.
I won't promise that to
Just
the rest of you.
because.
No, because something bit him.
Make me a
No.
perception check.
Oh, it
Yeah,
was
it
the
was
roper.
one of the ropers
It was
bit
one
him.
of the ropers
Uh,
bit him.
13.
13.
15 minus 2.
There's something familiar in the air.
Somebody's crop dusting the party.
Because you just hear
No.
Cabbage giggling.
It's the smell of something. It's the smell of strong drink.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I left all of mine, so it's not mine.
Sumi just kind of gravitates that direction.
She doesn't even know why, but she's drawn
Yeah.
towards the alcohol.
I'm being drawn this way.
Something's calling your name.
I don't
Now
like
you got a
that.
weird look on your face.
Have you been drinking heavily?
Is this a
What?
It was an honest question.
We haven't. haven't
What would I be drinking?
I don't know.
Water.
I mean, water I've been drinking
What is
plenty
this?
of, but
Then we're at a
Those
distillery.
are kegs? Very, 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 very large ones.
Oh, that is very aged.
it'll either be really, really good or really,
Or
really
super
terrible.
rancid, yeah.
Does it smell rancid or does it smell awesome?
Doesn't smell rancid.
Well, the fact that we can smell it at all means that the seal is broken.
Oh, that's true.
It's not even that you eat, and it doesn't. It smells more like whatever you're smelling is sort of permeated
Okay, I follow.
the air. So it's not a strong enough smell for you to think that those barrels maybe have broken their seals.
Are there any bottles around?
Make me an investigation check.
I'm just gonna keep a lookout.
Jeez.
It's a
I'm gonna
13.
Yeah, there's a lot.
13.
You find a couple of empty bottles. They're kind of dusty. One of them's got a little spider that's built a nest inside it.
Oh. I don't want to disturb the spider. See me or Danny is showing.
Okay. These larger casks, do they look like they were tapped at any point? or they are completely sealed?
Looks like one of them was tapped. The other two look like they've been sealed.
Okay. Do they have? Are there materials to tap them nearby?
Make me an investigation.
Dang it.
You can't just find things.
12.
Yeah, there's stuff around.
I'm gonna watch Sini closely.
I'm gonna tap one.
Okay.
She's gonna take the bottle that doesn't have the spider in it.
Is now a good time for that?
I'm going to fill up my
Okay.
wine skin.
So wafting off of this is the smell of a very strong, very sort of aged, vibrant dwarven mead.
Okay. And I'm going to then go ahead and pull out a jar or two and fill those as well.
Okay.
And throw them back in my bag. And then I'm going to stopper. Now is not the time to drink these, but I definitely want to try this soon.
I'm gonna fill the other bottle too.
You're going to have to unstop.
You should have thought that one through.
I have plenty.
You still should have thought that one through.
We'll pass back through here.
Will we, or will we die?
Those are not the only two options.
It's just really dark. I'm tired of it.
You don't like the dark?
I just miss the ocean. I've never been to the ocean,
Do
but I miss
Do
it.
you want me to put?
I mean,
up my
technically, we're kind of
continual
sort of
light?
halfway, you know.
No, it's okay.
Would it help?
No, it's fine.
I mean, I can. It's pretty simple.
No, it's fine. I
I'll
just
do
wanna
it
get this
anyway.
done. I'm just being negative.
This just feels like home.
Well, I'm not a dwarf.
I know. I wasn't.
Okay, I'll wait until we come back through this direction.
Yeah, I just don't want to waste the stopper.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like that was an intentional choice.
Mayhap.
Okay, so we're looking for another exit or anything of use, anything that is of historical significance or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So in this area, you do find more sort of living quarters. Some of them are quite small. Looks like probably would have been an apprentice. Spirit makers. Something you would be familiar with.
Hi, folks.
There are storerooms that would have held raw materials, the sugars and the barleys and the
Hops.
grains and the hops. Things look like ingredients for more than just meads. So probably a little bit of everything could have come out of this facility.
Need a really good dwarven.
Off to in one spot, you do also find sort of a shrine to, or a statue at least that appears to be a shrine to probably, if you had to guess, probably the god of merriment.
All right. Do we see any other exits? Okay.
Not
Any-
besides the one that you came in. There was one section down towards the dormitory that looked like it was sort of left a little bit rough, so that if they needed to expand out, they could, but they obviously never did.
Okay. Are there any of these like smaller kegs around that might be full?
Make
Oh man.
make me an investigation
Every
check.
time. 7.
7. All of the ones that you sort of put your hands on to lift seem to either be only partially full, or completely empty.
That's fair.
So
Wait, can you carry those things?
Yeah.
Can I look too?
sure.
I mean, I'm way low on my weight limit.
Oh, jeez, no. Yeah, I do about as well as you.
Yeah, they're just mostly empties.
Dang it. And I'm actually visibly irritated by this. I'm upset.
So I'll let Killian
So
sort of
close.
lead at this point, and I'll trail behind so that I'm behind Simi, because I want to try the stuff that's in my wineskin without her seeing.
Okay.
Would you like some tea?
Sure. Have any kombucha?
Take a sip.
Kombucha?
Never mind. It's not the same anyway.
So make me a con save.
You shouldn't drink this right now.
19.
You're starting to your nose starts to get a little tingly.
He's gonna stop her and put it back. Good stuff, though.
Did you say that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. She'll be even more irritated when she finds out that he was drinking.
You won't find out.
Exactly.
Smell the alcohol on your breath.
Not at a ship.
All right.
It's
So
very potent.
But
Apparently.
we're also sort of surrounded by the smell.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Yeah.
gonna get that close to your mouth.
Yeah.
so there
yeah.
is a
It's also like several feet lower than y'all, so.
so there is a little bit of a side passage here, and Killian leads off that direction. You come around the corner, and there's a bit of a ramp down, a little bit more. The wet, sort of musty smell is starting to pick up a little bit. And it
It's very dank.
comes very sort of very strongly from the passage to the right here. Sorry, left here.
Yeah, to the left.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Lead out, Milo. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If we're gonna
I'll
end
lead
up in
out.
water all of a sudden.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So are you getting any like spidey senses from your shard thing?
Not that I'm aware of.
Nothing that you've heard so far. You come to a chamber that has. It's kind of hard to describe. For most of you, it's pretty hard to describe. There are pillars all over the place holding the roof up. There are a couple of spots where there are what look to be low sort of stands or
Like privacy
Plat-
screens?
platforms. Not so much privacy screens, no, but it's platforms, and it almost looks as though. Make me a history check.
It's a little better. Not a whole lot, but a little.
Mm-hmm.
Still doesn't matter if you can't roll higher than a 3.
I did roll higher than a 3.
Well, that's good.
It was
That's an
a-
11.
11. It's not a super hard check because it sort of reminds you of a story you heard once where water was so precious that its use and its division was closely monitored and weighed. So the water going out to the populace was weighed to make sure that they were getting their fair share.
Okay.
The stories included unscrupulous merchants who would occasionally rig their
Weights.
scales to shortchange their customers a little bit. while still getting the full price. And these platforms sort of remind you of that mechanism that was described. And there are
ironic.
several of them in this particular area.
What's ironic?
Oh, just that, you know, that these dwarves died in water.
Why is that ironic?
Oh, because it was like a commodity.
Oh.
This is like the weight exchangers.
The water?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's just kind of ironic that
Isn't it?
they would
Isn't ironic?
drown.
So I guess the lake didn't exist until whatever the devastating event was.
Yep.
Yes, Vinos did mention that.
Oh, okay. Played it and he forgot. Sorry, my bad.
No, it's okay.
The next chamber over, you enter what could only be described as an aqueduct. There is flowing water here. It's the source of at least a large part of the sort of smell of damp.
Doink.
This particular chamber is several degrees cooler than the ones you've been in before, mostly due to the cooling effect of the water flowing through it. There are a couple of basins that have what look to be decorative columns that might have had at some point fountain, water flowing out of them as fountains. Whatever that mechanism is not working anymore, so it's just the columns holding them up. The basins themselves have a little thin sheen of water in them, mostly flat, mostly, not moving at all. There is the sort of contained river flowing on the opposite side of the room from where you came in.
It occurs to me that I should be. He'll sort of shuffle through some of his papers, and he'll start drawing out a map of everywhere that they've been so far.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
smart.
Huh.
Good idea. Good idea.
Make me a history check. How good is your memory?
Oh. 9.
Oh no.
Not that
Can
great.
we get help because we're all
Well, I mean, I could
contributing?
just get a play-by-play if we need it, but he's not really saying anything out loud. He's just sort of doing this because he
Oh,
realized
gotcha.
it would be a good idea. Okay.
So is there anything past this? Let's see. So this is where they weighed the water. Is there another building attached to it? Or is it back the way we came?
Who's going where? Who's doing what?
Killian is leading us to whatever passage is next. We don't either.
Well, I don't know.
We
where
haven't
came
checked out
from.
this room, but we came in from over here.
Okay.
I tried really hard to get booze. Mal didn't let me.
Good.
Jerk.
I'd say you'd thank us later, but probably won't.
I don't know, she might. Just not anytime in the next couple of
Oh,
weeks.
okay, we have passageways up here.
Oh.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
Okay, okay.
Is it a dead end?
No, there's a way up.
Okay.
Keith, do you want to set it back up so that they follow me?
Yeah.
More
Actually,
buttons.
I won't, simply because I have found that it's a little finicky with the walls.
I gotcha.
So
Do we really care if one of us ends up in a wall for just a couple of minutes?
If it shows us a secret passage, that's a problem.
Oh.
so you are sort of getting a sense that that's circling back on where you've come from before.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't tell you that.
Okay.
Okay, so not up there. Yeah, and I'm gonna stay close to Killian, make sure
I mean, I assume we're sort of all following.
Yeah, you guys are all.
I'm gonna be watching for traps and such.
Traps.
I'm terrible at checking for them. Well, I'm not sure terrible.
How
at traps.
deep is this water?
So this water is flowing in a channel that is 10 feet across and 10 feet, I think it's 10 feet across. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 10 feet
It's
across.
10 feet across and 10 feet deep.
One roll to be there. You go.
It's just a little, right?
Alright, looks like there's a passage south.
South. Yeah.
What's
Like
with these
this
weird,
one.
there's weird little triangle cutout things in the wall, Keith?
So it looks as though those are spots where
Like lanterns or.
not really lanterns, because there are spots on either side of it where lanterns might be. This looks more like a spot where some sort of closure
Like a portcullis.
could come. Yeah, like a portcullis or a gate or a door could come down.
Killian's gonna look up and see, is there a slot in the ceiling for a portcullis to fall on him?
Yep.
Gonna look around for some traps.
'Kay.
Can I actually before? Well,
I'll assist because I'm not good at doing the thing.
Natural
Is it-
20.
Never
oh,
mind.
Never mind. Never mind.
It doesn't appear as though
You don't
there's
need
a
to give
trigger
assistance.
here.
I know. Well, I'm
Just set it.
gonna do find traps, but that's just great. I mean,
And
So what are these?
this-
What is that we're seeing that's sort of golden?
So that actually looks like the remains of a pile of hay.
Bet that doesn't smell good.
Not so much, no.
Weird
Well, good
place
thing
for
Mal
a
isn't
pile of hay.
allergic like Steven is.
And then, Keith, is this... I am assuming that this thoroughfare looks like the same one that was outside the tavern where it... So outside the entrance to the room with all the alcohol,
Uh-huh.
there was a big, what I assume is like a thoroughfare or a road. I'm just, before I keep exploring down here, I want to make sure that I'm not covering stuff that they've already figured out.
No.
Okay.
You're not.
According to my map, we are. Also, I'm not great at this whole drawing distances thing on a paper.
Cartography, not your strong suit.
Nope.
Don't leave your day job.
Thoroughfare.
Oh, look, another cart.
Watch this one disintegrate as well.
Oh, I'm not gonna try this one.
Mines.
The idea was back there where I thought there was, an entrance that would be trapped. I was just gonna push the cart in front of me.
This room, the room you just entered, has the distinct feel of a guard space. Set right between the two pillars, there is a keyhole.
Is it
The two
circular?
pillars outside? Or
No, the two pillars inside.
Yeah, is it a circular one that looks a lot like the
Yep.
other thingamajig?
Winning.
Betcha this controls that door.
Cabbage,
Yeah.
hole.
You set the key into the keyhole, manipulate it down.
I'm gonna step back so that I can
So,
see that little area.
do you think that they only had one of these, or do you think we just have, like, the master key?
Well, considering it was in the prince's tomb, I'm assuming it would be some sort of a master key.
Oh,
There's no
yeah.
way that this was just the only one. That would be really,
Yeah, that
really
would be a
stupid.
terrible
Alright,
idea.
it's the only one that survived.
Well, I mean, there could be
Well,
more.
So
There could be more
so
down
do
here.
you
I'm
think,
just
do
saying
you
that.
think that like the guards in this outpost had one that only works on this one?
Yeah, that's what
How
I would
magic
assume.
is it?
Hmm?
How is the thing? Is it magic?
The control rod?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, real magic. Lots of
Okay.
magic.
Okay.
Just the locks never seem to be.
So you slide the key home and you turn it a full half turn, and you start to hear the sound of machinery, and there's a sound of stone on stone from up the corridor you just came down from.
And I'm looking at that thing. Is that the door?
The
Okay.
That is
Yeah, the
a
portcullis.
solid stone door that slides home into place.
Well, you found
Close
how
the
to
blast
seal that
doors.
off. Yeah.
There's
I'm-
no coming through.
I'm sure this is really surprising to you, Gillian, but that door just closed.
Wow.
Yeah.
How shocking.
Do you want to go lock that one too?
No.
Okay, then let's keep looking.
I don't think we have the time. It will take me 11 minutes per door if we do this.
That's fine.
Also, what time of day are we looking at now?
It is starting to get fairly late into the evening.
So we've got a room full of more hay.
Now, you are starting to feel that
It's sloping down.
it is sloping down.
Keith, is this just a
Hey,
Braziers,
Yeah.
unlit.
Well, I would be surprised if they were lit.
they could
If
be
we
magically
were-
lit.
I could light
suppose.
them.
Be a problem.
I could light them. I have one.
Check
I don't
those.
think we really
Check
need
those.
them at the
Why?
moment.
I will check them then.
You can go check
I
them.
will open
I'm
those.
looking around.
I only have access to like you.
So in the room that I'm standing in front of, I'm gonna tell everybody else it's another light guard room, and Mal's gonna go look for artifacts, I guess.
So you do find the remains of a dagger. It's just the metal parts that have survived.
That's fair.
So it's
No wrapping or anything.
yeah, no wrapping. It's the bare blade and
Tang and
Oh.
tang. Yeah.
Another storeroom here.
I'll follow at this point and try to help investigate.
He's just pocketing anything that looks like it might be of historical import
So-
potentially.
Everyone do make me a perception check real quick.
Mimics.
Oh my gosh! You know what it was? I always set them on their 20. I did not do that this time, and they are not rolling for crap.
14, and I got a natural 20.
You got an natural.
I got a
20.
natural 20.
Nice.
I got an 8.
It happens once in every
You got an
20
8?
rolls.
I have a plus 6 and I
11?
got an 8.
11,
7.
I rolled
17?
a 4.
10.
10,
So
I feel
15.
that.
Okay. So 15 and up. There is. You're starting to once again feel a little bit of a chill to the air. And there's a little bit of sort of dampness coming on as well. Mr. Natural 20,
Hello.
there are ripples of water that you're starting to hear somewhere ahead.
Okay.
No!
Charge!
I'll actually take the lead.
okay.
I assume we're just gonna keep having me use my
Yeah.
token.
Yeah.
Do you tell us that you hear ripples of water? Because I did not.
I mean,
Maybe I-
I'm assuming that everybody else was just like, oh yeah, we heard that, we'll keep going.
Oh look, more rooms full of stuff.
I heard the sarcasm.
So in that room,
Uh-huh.
there is another keyhole.
We're gonna lock ourselves
wanna,
in with
bring
some gigantic
the camera
monster.
down.
That's fine.
Is it though?
There we go.
Yeah. I mean,
Alright, there's another keyhole. I'm not sure. I don't know what this one does.
We don't know what any of them do.
we had a good guess before.
Yes.
This one we really don't
Should
have an
we
idea.
search around and
Uh,
see if we can find something it's attached to first
Yeah.
before we pull the trigger on that? So
let's
yeah.
look around. Let's take a look around.
I'm gonna take a look
Investigation.
around.
Investigation.
I'm gonna investigate that hallway. Not go in, but just investigate down it. And I will have Ingir
Is
assist
there a
me.
keyhole on this other side too?
There is.
Actually, do you want me just to send my shadow down that way?
I mean, sure, but I'm just taking a look.
Oh my gosh.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
This is what happens when I don't let them practice.
I need to
first.
remember Ingir can help. Can give me the help action on certain things.
Okay.
You have to perform the rituals.
I do. I didn't do the rituals.
All right.
13.
13? You don't find anything.
Just dirty 20 looking down this corridor.
Okay.
Where I
12.
assume the
12.
does the rippling come down from this hallway?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll and just
Okay, we'll come back to that. Anybody else doing anything?
I got 5, so no.
Okay.
I'll set up near every. You just touched me. I didn't know.
20.
You just like, are like staring at like a dwarven carving on the wall.
Yeah.
You don't see anything either.
Hard to figure out what it is.
I will.
Dwarven architecture has just a lot of like squares.
I'll just set up near everybody else and send my shadow down south.
Okay, we will get back to that as well, because Milo kind of went off that direction as well.
Well, I'm looking down. Yeah.
Oh, just looking down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured since there's like a keyhole here, there
Oh.
might be traps or something like that. So I'm just investigating down to see if I can see anything that would be my imminent demise. Should
It's okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cast Mind Traps.
Time traps.
Yep. Where Milo is looking down.
So you don't see anything that triggers that triggers as a trap.
Okay. Okay. Right. That's fine.
Would the defenses count as traps? Because I know there's a thing
Well-
that find trap spell is like if it was not made like
that it would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect that you would consider harmful or undesirable, which was specifically intended as such by its creator.
Probably not. No.
The spell was an area affected by the alarm spell, a glyph of boarding, or a mechanical pit trap.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no.
My-
Nothing like that.
Okay,
my
that's fine.
investigation, do I see anything?
I will tell. It doesn't look like there's anything dangerous up ahead.
I still vote we don't touch the keyholes yet. I have no clue what they might go to.
That seems like a good plan.
Oh, I
Okay.
agree.
How long has it been since we activated the maze?
This point, given all of the investigating and sort of poking and prodding that you guys have done, I would say it's probably been about 4 or 5 hours.
From noon, so we're mid-afternoon then,
Yeah.
or late afternoon,
Oh,
Late
early
afternoon,
evening,
early
rather.
evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we been in here longer than what the maze
Not
has?
yet.
No.
Killian's going to try and keep track in his mind just a rough estimate of when we will be approaching the same point in time that they all got, remember, getting rewound in time.
Okay.
Once we approach that point, just let me know and I'll...
You at this point, you've probably got another couple hours.
Yeah.
They're looking for traps and things,
Yeah.
and I'm
I
sending
feel-
my
I
shadow
believe
down the
so.
corridor.
Okay.
Traps.
I'm admiring dwarven architecture.
So the corridor goes for. So there's a couple things about it. First of all, it does go about 80 feet until it hits a 4-way intersection, and there is sort of a main thoroughfare east and west at that point. It is also trending downward, so it is sloping downward.
Okay, nothing down there except another intersection.
Well, let's head to that intersection then.
Okay.
Are you still leading?
Yeah, I'm still leaving.
So you do start to trend downward, and for you, there's actually sort of a weird, almost a deja vu kind of moment. This sorts of, as you're looking down the thoroughfare to your left and to your right, it's starting to strike you as more of a, what you would recognize as a residential section.
Okay.
Further ahead, all of you now can start to hear the sound of water rippling against the stonework in front of you.
Okay.
Is there
If
current to this? What's happening here?
Or the lapping of water.
Do we want to check left and right first, or do we want to keep going south?
I'm alright either way. I'm
yeah.
out of
Just
my
at a
depth
general
here.
glance, what does it look like to our left and right? If like just look.
So just a quick look. It looks like main corridors that stretch off beyond the distance of your dark vision. It is set with columns sort of holding the roof up, and off of either of them, it looks like there are branching side passages.
Those are probably houses. That's how it's set up at home.
Okay.
So forward.
Forward.
I mean, I definitely want to check those out if we get a chance.
Yeah.
But we're on a time limit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like it when he smiles like that.
Well,
I think we're transitioning to a different map.
well, you would if I had a new map.
Ah!
You have run out of map at this point.
Because you guys can't see it on there, but on my screen,
What?
the direction towards the lapping of water just suddenly ends, and it's an empty.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the theater of the mind
Yes.
portion of the stream.
Indeed.
As you pass the intersection, the slope start to become a lot more pronounced, and by the time you get to about where you are, you're starting to slosh through ankle deep water, and it won't be much beyond that the entire passageway is filled.
How cold is this water?
It's pretty chilly.
I have water walk if we.
Yeah,
I
but we have to go
don't think
down.
Water walking will work.
I'm not
We
sure
need
if
to
it
go
will
under the
either.
water.
Yeah.
And water walk now.
Water walk is.
If you're under the water and you use water walk,
No, that's not
really
no.
fun things happen.
No, they don't.
No.
Do you just automatically
missile
shoot
to
to
the
the oh
top.
gosh.
It immediately moves you to the
Oh.
top of the water.
You'd get the bends so bad.
Not only the beds, but probably because we're underground, you would hit the
Get
ceiling
smashed
real
into the
hard.
ceiling.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
if
it
you target a
immediately-
creature submersion liquid, the spell carries the target to the surface of the liquid at a rate of 60 feet per round.
Is there a save to that?
Nope. There's
That
not a
could
save.
be
There is
weaponized
not a save for that.
fabulously.
Another thing that
So
can
in the
be
dungeon that we
weaponized.
didn't do, in the one shot that I had planned, that
And
was a
that's
spell that would
anything
be cast
water,
on the
acid,
room.
mud,
and
snow,
you would
quicksand,
just-
or lava.
Let's see, it moves you at 60 feet around. So it moves
10
you.
feet per second.
Yeah, 10 feet per second. It
Yeah.
sends you to the surface.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
if you've got any
Yeah.
depth at all, that gives you the bends.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and if you hit
Well,
something at
besides
the
the
top,
fact, it's
That takes your head off.
66
Possibly.
damage at that point
oh,
for hitting
it's
the
like
roof.
666.
666.
So
Anyway.
I'm gonna can I tell what the source of this sound is? Like what the source of the movement in the water is?
Not from where you are, no.
I'm gonna guess it's the water that has filled this
Yeah.
hallway going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everything else, like it's weird that he has said multiple occasions now when we pass water that it is like totally still and nothing is moving, and then this is not.
But those weren't attached to the water up above.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, since I'm standing in water, I assume what I am seeing is the water I'm standing in.
Yeah,
is
it's just kind of
lapping.
lapping a
Yeah.
little bit.
Okay.
It levels down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
we
way
have
the
now
water.
reached the part of the city that is
That
flooded.
Yeah,
That is
that
flooded, yeah.
attaches to everything
Hey.
else. That makes sense.
Alright.
Everybody make me a quick perception check.
I'm sure there is something in this thing. Oh my gosh.
It's not
Okay.
water, it's an ooze!
26.
The whole thing is just
26?
an ooze.
19 for Ingir and 10
Freaking
for me.
9.
19 for gear.
10
Okay.
for me.
9.
Did you touch my dice?
18.
18.
Also 18 from a natural 20.
Okay.
17.
17. Okay. everybody 15 and above,
Hey, that's me this time.
you do sense movement from behind you.
Oh.
We look being those who
Yeah,
see
I was
it.
gonna say,
Do
I
I
assume
sense anything?
those of us who notice it all turn. So you just see everyone in front of you and behind you just all.
Oh,
Do
I
I
didn't.
see
In
anything
unison.
else?
Hmm?
Do I see anything else? I got a 26. So.
26?
Yeah.
As you're turning to look, you do see just movement
Detecting.
in the tunnel behind you.
Okay.
Movement.
It's hard to tell. It's just movement in the darkness.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm going to move. So you were leading us, yeah?
I was.
I
So
have
you
my
were the first one in the
continual
water. I'm going to move specifically to cover Milo, and I'm going to tell you, make sure nothing comes up from the water behind us.
Okay.
And I'm going to draw my bow and set my shadow right next to me, so that nobody can get to Milo from this direction.
I will start walking towards where we saw the movement.
Yes, I will also walk
Okay.
toward. The
Oh wait, you're squishy. Right?
Let's have
An initiative?
initiative.
Okay.
I have good AC. I don't have a lot of hit points.
I'm gonna cover you then. Oh my gosh.
Not as bad as it could be.
Actually,
Yeah,
maybe I should.
14.
Oh.
Somebody else want to guard Milo?
I will.
Okay.
I can
It's
guard
okay, I'll put
myself.
sanctuary
I'm
on
not
him.
that squishy.
Well, no. I just want you specifically to be watching in the water. If something comes up.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
It's just funny.
It's funny that you're not that squishy. Apparently, I would be concerned.
Nope. That's not what's. No, it's fine.
No, by all means. Tell us what's funny.
Go ahead.
The initiative that my thing rolled.
Which is either good or bad.
Yep.
Yes.
Either
Is it?
that
It
or-
might actually.
It's a what?
It's the Watcher at the Gate.
It better not be.
Oh gosh.
It's funny because
PG.
this might actually be the highest Keith has ever rolled. at
Natural
any
20
meeting.
for a 23.
Natural 20 for a 27.
Wow.
Robes, man.
Yeah.
I think she's got you beat.
Still
No.
not as fun as when I played my ranger and had advantage on initiative.
Mhm.
Oh.
Took alert.
16, which was a good roll.
13.
It
I've rolled
was.
2
I
natural
get.
20s in a row, guys.
I don't
12.
get anything. I don't get anything.
You're good.
+5, man.
1.
I was hoping it was that
Oh.
direction.
One.
All right.
I
Cabbage.
can never tell if it's a nat
You
20 or a
have
one
the
with them.
initiative.
Alright. We don't see anything yet.
We just saw the movement.
You just saw the movement.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna have my rapier ready,
Okay.
hold my action, and try to get everybody to leave, because I think that's the best course of action right now.
Leave to where?
Go back to the main hallways.
It's
The
between us
thing
and
was
there.
behind us. The only direction, moving
Into
away
the
from
water.
it pushes us into the water.
Well, yeah, we can only go so many places.
Never mind, then I'm going to hold my action for when it comes up on us.
Okay.
I'm
When it
literally.
gets all up on
I'm shin deep
Oh shit.
in
I
water
use
at the
my bow.
moment.
Yeah,
So
probably.
Never mind, I use my bow. I'm holding my action with my bow.
Oh, look at you.
Until you can see it.
Okay.
Look at
Good
you
job.
using your action economy.
Okay.
I'm gonna move to the front. Post up right next to my shadow, so we're blocking the hallway. We're both gonna have sword and shield out.
Okay.
And we're both going to advance the full 25 feet from wherever I was.
I think that's to the front because you were right by
Okay.
me.
So about 15 feet up, your shield runs into something not solid.
no!
What? Not solid?
Yep.
Seriously?
Oh no!
Yep.
What is it?
It's a
It's a gelatinous cube.
Oh, no.
You just hear Mal go, shit, these again.
Wait,
My
have,
guy is she.
have they ran into these?
No.
You
No.
two,
It was just
you
us.
Oh, wait, no.
two.
Well,
Yeah,
No,
those
we
two
were,
are
we
the-
we
pudding,
did
black
the
pudding.
the black.
All right. So
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
feel your
No,
shield
my
making
armor.
contact, and you still have the
You know,
initiative.
I am supposed to be watching the water to make sure nothing comes up, but I feel the safest. I'm in the back of the
So I'm gonna call back. Shit, it's a slime. We have to go into the water and kill it. And we're going to back up, leaving its range. So if it's doing
It's a what?
a slime ooze thing,
It's a giant cube of slime.
acid slime.
Don't get close.
Okay.
Kill it from range.
Okay. Crossbow it is.
Caden says as he pulls out his
Oh.
swords.
So, Keith,
Do what we did last time.
Actually,
withholding my action, would I be able to lose my arrow now?
Yeah, you can if you wanted
Alright.
to.
Wait,
I just love.
is your
I
name
imagine
Globagul?
When your shield when it's like, and you're like, ah.
been there, done that.
He doesn't say anything friendly, does he?
He does
Okay.
not.
It doesn't.
It's a 26
Well,
hit.
we've had it happen before.
26 will in fact hit. Yes.
Okay.
And as
I'm
you're backing away,
flanked,
we'll.
so I get sneak attack damage.
Well, you're not flanked,
No,
but
no,
I'm
no.
within 5 feet.
Yeah,
Oh.
you have an ally within 5 feet, so you do get sneak attack.
And actually, I'm not gonna back away. I'm gonna slash, and
Roll to
then I'm
save
gonna back
my
away.
freaking life tonight. One's
Even
a
though it's a
9,
terrible
one's
idea.
a 4.
You'll still hit.
Do what I do.
It's alright.
It has like an AC of 8.
Dump all my
Oh.
divine smites and do it.
Fabulous.
Because
You'll be fine.
it might follow us in the water.
It, with both of those rolls, you will probably hit this thing. It does not have a very high AC.
I'm just so irritated with
like
my
8
rolls.
or
They have
something.
Yeah, it's
never
like
been this
8.
bad.
But
Wait,
it,
what's
Hitting it is not the
hitting it is not the problem. It
What
touching
kind of
you is the
damage is
problem
hitting us?
because it will start eating
Yeah.
away your armor and weapons.
Fair
Just
enough.
whatever.
Of course,
What kind of
non-magical stuff
magic?
Oh,
isn't
I'm actually
affected.
at
So
+9 for that.
I don't think there's any innate weaknesses.
No.
I would use
Oh.
Just like this
swords.
cube. No.
Fire.
At least not that we had found. If I recall last time, we just
I was
dumped
told
damage
not to
from
get
a
close
distance
enough
until it
for it
died.
to touch me.
I know,
so
I think we left
at
it
least
alive.
the first round I'll be
We just
farther
ran.
back.
Mhm.
So
22
that's-
points of
No,
damage.
that was the second one.
Because I have.
Because we
Nice.
found out that there was the one, and we're like, oh jeez.
These things have a lot of hit points, so.
All right. So you were taking a slash at it.
2 of them, yep.
Okay.
Well, they don't have an AC. They make up in hit points.
Okay.
Alright, first one is. I'm gonna have an aneurysm doing math here. 15.
That'll hit.
Next one is. Unnatural 20.
That will hit.
So it will take. Wait. Gosh dang it.
I don't know if I've rolled double digits.
17 points of damage.
Tonight.
Yeah.
And then I am backing out of its range as far as I can get.
Okay. As it goes, it is going. As you go, it is going to take a.
Is it going to swing at me or my shadow? Because we are both backing
I
out.
assume
Um.
there's probably going to be a big boss down here somewhere.
It's gonna have a really, really terrible.
Odds or
roll.
evens.
I should get it
Evens.
out of the way now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is actually going to come after you.
Okay, cool.
So it's going to
Can
make
I
a
get all
pseudopod
the
attack
imbalance of your
against
dice
you.
now? So next
Yes.
time.
I
It
will
should
see.
be-
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna dip them in moon water.
Mm.
an 8 is going to miss.
It does, in fact, miss.
It has a +4 to hit, and it rolled an 8. Of course it did. All right. So that is.
So my shadow's still side by side with me, is backing
Okay.
up. So we should be like right in front of the party now, I would imagine.
Killian.
Question: was there any splashback from when I hit it or when she did?
No,
Oh,
this one
good.
doesn't have splashback.
That's good.
Oh.
That's what I was most worried about.
All right. Well, Killian is going to move up right behind the dwarf, and he's going to pull out both of his swords.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast heroism on myself, so I can start getting temporary hit points.
Oh, okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Mizuki.
I am going to cast elemental weapon on my crossbow.
Okay.
We will go with how about fire damage because that's part of the course for Mizuki.
Okay.
Yeah. And she will use her movement to back away a little, probably.
Okay.
Or get into a good place that she can fire her crossbow. Probably. That's
Okay.
what
So if
she-
you've got about 30 feet, that'll put you kind of back here.
Okay,
in the
that's
water.
fine. I just don't want to be right next to it. That's
Okay.
as long as it's still in range.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Easily
wanna
done.
hit anyone else with, crossbow.
All right. Sini.
Oh, sorry, I was so far down there. So I'm gonna shoot my crossbow bolts at it.
Okay.
So 13.
13 hits.
Okay, that one does 8 points of damage, and then the other one is higher than a 13, so that'll hit too, and that is gonna do 9 points of damage.
Can you shoot your crossbow twice?
Oh.
No.
Loading property.
Which you as a monk do not have.
Dang it.
So you can fire once.
Yeah, unless you have the crossbow expertise feat, you can shoot once.
I saw the 2 attacks thing, and I was like, I knew I can't flurry of blows, but
Normally you could make 2 attacks, but crossbows have the
Not so
loading
much.
property where specifically
Gotcha.
they can only be used once per round.
so only one of those applies then. And I guess next time I will move into attack with my sword, so I can at least do something. Although I still can't flurry of blows, right?
That you can. You might not want to get in close.
Also, if you're punching it, this thing is acid.
Yes.
But the thing that the thing that Alma made for me has like the things on both sides,
Yeah.
so I could potentially do that and not punch.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Okay, but yeah, just take the second one of those off for
Okay.
now.
Done. All right.
Milo.
Milo.
Does flurry have to be?
I'm gonna have
Unarmed?
Ingir look back to the water to make
Okay.
sure nothing
So
comes
no flurry, but I can
Okay.
do my
from
2
there.
attacks.
And then I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast.
Although
All right.
I am blocking
Go for it.
currently.
And blast your eldritch.
Both of those will hit. Because one is a 13 and one is an 18 plus 8. I assume that hits.
Yeah, that'll hit. Not a huge AC.
That's a freak ton of hit points.
Yeah, they got. Oh jeez.
You're gonna get engulfed.
Mm-hmm.
17 points of force damage.
Oh,
no.
Oh,
Do you
yes.
remember in the
Yes.
trickster's
Yes,
domain
I
what you
do.
guys did to
Right.
my
Yes, I
gelatinous
do.
cube?
All right. So is that it?
Wait,
That's all I can do. And then Ingir will just make a perception check to make
What's your
sure
shield
that
made out of?
nothing is coming up from the
Seal.
water.
Okay. There's nothing.
Yeah, no, I'm aware.
okay.
You have another character written up, right?
Yeah.
At least this time you won't die by mistake.
So
Da-da-da-da-da.
He's going to whisper, since he's standing right behind you, he's going to whisper over your shoulder. Right, if it sucks you in, let go of your shield.
All right.
Okay.
So it
Do I need to?
is. Let me-
How
Sounds
fast
like a
does
bad
it
idea to
go?
me, but okay.
Do I need to sanctuary you?
No, what?
Sanctuary?
Actually, well, I don't know if that works because I think it's just his movement.
Yeah, it's just his
No,
movement.
it's
If you let go of your shield.
It says an attack
Anything
or
goes.
harmful
Does it
spell.
say something about an intelligence modifier of the creature?
I won't
They
do that
must
to your
make a
armor, 'cause that will suck
wisdom
for
saving
you,
throw.
but-
All right.
Difference.
I don't know if that would
So it moves
affect this
forward,
one, but I'm not
And
sure.
it starts to
It's-
ooze around you
Any
and
I'll
engulf
creature
you.
whose heart, any creature
Screw
whose heart
this!
the warden creature with an attack or a harmful
Do I
spell.
take the damage right away?
Nope.
Or is it at the top of my turn?
It will be.
Okay.
You actually make a dexterity saving throw.
Wait, can't you
What
like
is he
switch
doing?
places with your shadow?
It
My
doesn't matter,
shadow's
his
right
shadow's
next
right
to
next
me.
to him.
I was blocking the hallway so it wasn't getting
Yeah.
you guys.
He is getting unless he makes the save, he's getting
Natural
engulfed.
20. Or sorry, unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay, so you're able to get your shield up and just it sort of pushes you back instead of engulfing you.
So Killian's gonna yell down the hallway to you guys. Stick it with things that are metal!
Oh, I guess I would need to do
Oh,
that for
if
my
you guys do,
shadow
I could
as
heat
well.
my low.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. If people like throw metal things in it, you
If-
can heat the metal
yes,
and then it's inside
yeah.
of
Okay, so my
Did it
shadow
get- did it
got a
get your shield?
19.
Okay.
I've got an
so-
arrow in there though.
So it, yeah, it,
I've got
Did
an
it take
arrow.
any damage at all?
That's gonna be
Okay.
in
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
I've got 2 arrows
So
in
w-
there.
um,
I
Well,
got
think
it!
It's one. one.
We're holding it.
So.
You have to be able to touch it, so it's got to be sticking out enough that you can.
Are you in danger of being engulfed?
I mean,
If
No,
fail
I
to
don't have to
save-
touch
Alright.
it.
Yeah.
I don't have
Do
to
not
touch the
have to
metal.
further
I
away.
just have to see
So
the
that
metal
was
within
can
range.
that was
stop it
actually
from
its
getting
action to
you
try
guys.
to
Yeah.
engulf.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, I'm
I
pretty
make
sure I
that
don't have to touch it.
If you guys can kill it, meantime.
Yeah. So if
So,
we get a
uh,
big
Cabbage.
piece of metal in it, then
Okay, so you don't currently need to be rescued.
Correct.
From-
No,
Currently,
he's
my
good right
shadow and I are holding up our shields and trying to hold it back.
Just keep firing.
Also, as a player, I will point out in our current situation, someone is probably going to get engulfed. We don't have enough room to get out of this way.
Yeah.
So, thanks
Yeah.
for volunteering.
I mean, I have twice Simi's hit points, so.
17 hit.
17 will hit. Yes.
I think I have as many hit points as Simi.
How much?
I have 95.
Oh,
I think I have
Oh,
enough.
wow.
I think I have as much as Simi and Killian
Killian
combined.
together.
Wow.
How
So-
much does Simi have?
56.
56.
Exactly. You have exactly double what, or exactly what we have combined.
You make up 2 people in our group.
26 points of damage.
Nice.
Yes.
Jeez, you were rolling well.
Sneak
What was
attack.
that, Keith? What was
don't
that?
Like, don't like when he makes.
That's the twinge of a man who knows he hates rogues.
He becomes Beaker.
As your arrow sort of punctures into it, it goes all the way through, and it's because it's transparent. You can kind of start to see a little bit of a.
Oh.
It's
And it
it's
just sort of deflates.
Oh.
In
Oh
the.
no.
it's leaking.
Oh no, it's deflating around you.
It,
Oh no, it's deflating, so Mal falls forward face first into it,
Oh,
because
no.
he was pushing to try to hold it back.
Oh no.
And it-
Can I try and grab him by the back of his collar
make
since I'm right behind him?
make a dexterity save.
Did I kill it?
Yeah. Good job.
Wow.
You guys did a lot of damage to it.
16.
Yeah,
They're more effective
that'll be
on
enough.
lower level parties.
I would just like, for posterity's sake, I would like to point out that on my next turn I was about to deal over 100 points of damage.
Oh jeez.
Wow.
It's gonna be beautiful.
So,
Keep that in your back pocket. My
so I
word.
ran a little game called Trickster's Domain, and I had these gelatinous cubes, and I'd actually had a table. It was just like a third-party thing that generated random loot, and they picked up this potion that would allow you to drink it and turn into a high elf. So this was just after 4th edition. We were
Oh,
playing
yeah.
5th edition, but anyway, so they're in this, and my brother has this bright idea. He's like, hey, gelatinous cube, I'm going to toss this potion at it.
Wow.
So I had to make this call as a DM, like, does this work? So what turned out, it was super horrific because it was acid, and so as parts of it were starting to turn into a half elf, it was absorbing and like destroying itself, and there was just screams. And
Oh
anyway.
my
I
goodness.
described it in graphic detail.
He made
Wow.
them pay for their choice.
For destroying my modified gelatinous cube that had like 400 hit points. And
Wow.
Oh.
Oof.
it was gonna be real bad.
Now that we've saved everyone, Killian's gonna sheath his sword and be like, that went so much better than last time.
Yep.
We had all of
Last
us,
time?
so I assume that's
Yeah,
probably
we
helped.
dealt with similar things at least in the tomb.
And they hurt.
Yes.
They hurt a lot.
Seems like it.
So whenever we like sat down for the night, can somebody fix my shield?
I can.
Okay, because like
it
is
will
burned
happily
through
fix
almost to
You
my
can
arm.
actually
shield.
borrow mine that you
I
made.
can just make
Um,
a new.
Well, I'm
Wait,
not.
new
No,
shield?
no, I'm just. I don't.
Wait, new shield?
I'm not using it because.
Can we fix this one?
While
Well,
you guys
no,
are talking,
I mean,
Killian is dumping this like
I can
putty
fix
on
it.
your shield.
I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, he's just,
we can fix this one though, right?
Yes,
this was
yes,
my dad's
no,
shield.
No, we can fix that one.
Okay, all right.
Yes, yes.
Alright.
It will be like it's brand new.
I
Okay.
think it will, yeah.
With
Alright.
a flick of my wrist and a clap of my hands, your shield is
You're gonna go.
fixed.
it's fixed.
What did you do?
I fixed
Magic.
it. I used mending.
Magic people.
Can mending do
Mhm.
shields?
Yep.
Yeah.
Magic too.
I don't do magic.
Your shadow is
Actually-
definitely magic.
Interestingly enough, the magic that rewound everyone through time is the same kind of magic that your shadow is.
Ha-ha!
But
Welcome
enough.
to the club, friend.
Wait, so my shadow
Whatever,
can
whatever kind
rewind
of
time?
magic, whatever type of magic creates your shadow, is the same type of magic that was used to send us back in time.
Is it kind of like a dwarven magic sort of thing?
I'm gonna start playing with my shadow to see if I can make it rewind time. But that'll be like as we're walking.
All right.
I don't remember. Does
Is
your
everyone
shadow have a
ready for
name?
No,
Okay.
Can I
plunge?
name it?
no,
Well, is that what we're doing?
Is it?
Can I
Alright.
nickname it?
sure.
We don't know how far it goes.
Do we want to go in the water right now?
We don't know how far it goes.
Can we
Unless you
see
want me
those things
to-
if they're underwater?
Unless you want me to clairvoyance it.
I don't know. It depends on the viscosity of the
Yeah,
cube.
I mean, you were having a hard time seeing it in the air.
it might actually be a little bit easier to see it in the water, but
Because it would affect the water around it, but it really depends on the viscosity of that cube.
You've seen them before? Do you
We
think?
did not see them underwater.
Wonder if they can exist underwater. I'd hate for one of us to
Terrifying.
swim into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Squid.
whatever. Sure.
so
It's inky black.
how long?
Sure.
How close are we to the where last time we got rewound?
It's getting pretty close.
I think we should go find a building up a little ways.
Oh, one of the houses.
Yeah, and hole
Yes.
up and rest.
Perfect.
Yes.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a good idea.
That'll give enough
You don't
time
have
for
two kids in this
the
universe,
next part of the
Natalie.
map to load.
The cabbage is tired. Cabbage is tired.
We
We'll
can
let
always.
let it render.
Yeah, we're gonna let the
We're
rest
gonna
of
let
the city render while we have a nap and hope that the chronomancy doesn't pull us back to the start again.
All right, let's go
We
check
get
out some
pulled back
houses.
into time.
I mean, we
I
could
don't
always
like
just
to
stay
see.
in the distillery.
But that's
No.
so far.
Also, it's
don't think-
really indefensible.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, fair.
All right.
So
We-
back up to where
Aside
the
from, like,
residential area
breaking
was.
one of the
Make a door.
casks and then
Yeah,
We
lighting
can
it on
literally
fire.
make a door.
Yeah, make some doors. That was part of the plan anyway, I reckon.
Yes.
So, any particular direction you guys want to go?
Left.
Left.
Yeah, I guess so.
Left?
Our left or the map left?
Our left.
Our
So-
left.
To the west, yeah. In this case, that's both.
Oh, I like that we just like went square dancing there.
We
That was
did.
cool.
All on
Swing
left.
your partner, do-si-do.
Okay. Any particular? So you do pass a couple of side corridors.
Do you want to
Oh.
make us level?
There
Or
we
center
go.
us? So what does some of the rooms look like? As if we just like poke our heads in?
So as you're poking your heads in as you go by, they're fairly Spartan, small sleeping quarters is basically what they are. It's built up in sort of blocks, and each block has sort of a communal cooking area that can be used to prepare meals. And then the blocks are then just like family unit style sleeping
I
quarters.
say we just pick one. Wait to see if the chronomancy brings us to the.
Wait, do we have the
Beginning
name
of
for
the-
that now? Or is it just
No.
the specialty magic?
Or did you
Time
mention? Did
magic.
you mention?
Time
Okay,
magic.
the
Because Killian wouldn't have known
okay
what
then.
to call it.
Yeah.
Time
See if
magic.
that
Timey-wimey.
weird magic brings us back to the start.
On that note, I have an idea.
Okay.
What's your idea?
It will be easier to explain once we get settled in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will just pick one of the.
Okay, so
one of
you
the
just pick one
places.
at random.
Hey guys, what happens if we do reset? Oh wait, no, because if we reset, then the drawbridge will be back up. Okay.
If we reset, we
I
don't
was-
get a nap.
Well, also if we reset, and something weird is here
But
with the key, we could come
So-
back upon that bridge
Mizuki,
again, and
Yes.
it's not there.
Can you make me a door and a door frame and some nails to hammer the door frame into the stone?
you're gonna want masonry. You're gonna want
Mason
something
tools.
specifically for the stone. Regular nails don't work in
No.
the stone.
No.
So you're gonna want something perhaps diamond tipped or
It's not making the hole that I'm worried about. It's just something to secure it. I have the tools to
They're like
pour
a
the hole
little
in full of them.
oven
Okay.
or something.
right,
Yeah.
right. But these
Hmm.
these are
An oven or something.
these are nails, not
There,
screws.
I mean,
Like,
there's
no,
one
you
in
can
the
make screws
communal
too.
cooking area. So
The
yeah.
idea
I'll go
being
down there and start
there
making
has to be
some
something to
food.
bite
Okay.
if you're planning on holding the door
I'll
there.
have Inger just standing by the door, just keeping.
Okay.
Keeping.
Did we pick a room?
Yeah, you guys picked
Yes.
the room.
Okay,
I
so once he
will-
said that, Mal is ignoring
How-
everything else and sending his shadow to go
What?
check all the other rooms
How long?
to find
How
stuff.
long will it take?
To find stuff. Okay.
It's an hour to make.
It's an hour for
Per door.
one object. So
How long do we have till the time where we got
Not an hour.
Not an hour. Okay, well,
Wait, an
I'll
hour
work on
so
that in a
happens.
minute. So, can I have the time travel rod thing? Great. Killian's just gonna set it on the ground, and he's gonna pull out essentially like a handkerchief and like cover it, and then
How
he's
big is
going,
this handkerchief?
Big enough. It's just like a rag, I guess.
Oh,
Think-
are
think like
you
a
trying?
bandana.
Like, are you trying to cover the whole thing?
No, just the control rod. Like he's
Oh,
just
okay.
throwing it over the control rod, like.
Oh, okay. I just.
And then Killian's going to reach into his bag and he's going to pull out what looks like a bundle of wooden slats that seem to be connected together with rope. He's going to go up to one of the walls and he's going to put it up against the wall and roll it out. And so it's all these slats, and the middle slat has an iron door. What are they called? The view ports where you can slide them open.
Okay.
And then on one end it has an iron handle. He's gonna put it up against the wall and wait a minute, and then they will all clap together. And be like, okay, so we're gonna go sit in here for an hour while that thing's out here. And so hopefully, even if it does its thing, it won't hurt us. And he's gonna grab the door handle and pull it open. And on the other side, as he opens it, it leads into another room that is just bare and empty.
What is this?
This is my version of rope trick.
Oh, okay.
Looking around, you will notice that Milo is not in the room with you anymore.
I was just down in the communal area. I did say that.
Milo,
Yeah.
come here.
Also, Mal is unresponsive and his eyes are shifted into
I'll
hawk
head
eyes.
back up.
I'm just gonna pick you up.
And you might
And
see,
drag
if you
you
look
up.
outside the door, you might see his shadow sprinting past, going into each room and
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
I
drag him
saw it
into the
go
room.
past.
Okay.
I saw it go past.
And I'm like,
I'll-
all right, everyone in the room.
All right.
Oh, okay.
In the room, come on, let's go.
Okay.
Why?
Everybody in. Because I think it'll protect us if this thing tries to magic us.
If it
Does
Come
that
on,
mean I
come on,
can
come on.
work on the
Did-
door
so-
while we're in this?
Yes.
Or? Okay. Yes.
So, okay. If you could just make this, is this just your imagination? Like, you just created this space?
Yeah, it's more complicated than that, but yes, but we should discuss this inside,
I'm
because the
going
thing
in.
might go. And I'm gonna drag him in, and I will close the door, and since none of us are outside, we wouldn't see this, but when the door closes, it becomes invisible.
Okay.
Because rope trick,
Yeah.
Right.
the entrance
It's a
is
pocket
invisible.
Right.
dimensions.
Yeah. Right,
invisible.
So,
I assume that just severs the connection between me and my
I was
shadow.
about to say, yeah, as soon as
Yeah.
he steps in there, he's on another plane of existence.
Well, as long as the door is open,
It's a pocket
it's fine.
dimension.
But yeah.
And as the door closes, you find yourself in a room that you weren't in before.
Okay.
I'm gonna lie down
okay,
and start
so
having a nap.
if this is just like your creation, like you got to decide what this space, why aren't there chairs?
I didn't. Okay, so it would be a lot more work and would have taken a lot longer to prepare this if I was going to be able to give us a room with all sorts of stuff in it. Because this isn't actually like a room. So you know how my bag has like a little, like stuff fits in there that's not supposed to, and
It's
presumably
bigger.
it lives in another place?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
right.
like another little pocket world. And this is also another little.
And your bag being in here doesn't.
So this isn't
No.
just a room, this is a whole world.
Yeah, this is like a little pocket of separate from everything else. And the way most magic works, if you're in a place like this, and the magic's not in here with you, it does not affect you usually.
Okay.
That may not be true in this case.
At the
So
very
just
least,
gonna
you could have made the walls
work on
green.
thing.
I suppose.
Try that next time. I'm just curious. I can't do this.
Well, I don't know
Fair
about you, but
point.
I'm gonna have a nap.
Yep.
Wait, see if this all blows
Um,
over.
Yeah, Mizuki's just
And
doing her
we're
child
safe.
divinity to make a door.
You disconnected me from my shadow.
Sure. That makes sense.
Can I pop in another shadow?
No.
Oh no,
Oh,
your shadow's
no.
out there all alone.
Not squid.
Is there a problem?
You disconnected me from my shadow.
Wait, you can't just bring him back in here?
No. I'm opening the door and
Yeah, I was gonna
leaving.
say. Well, so I'm gonna open the door and be like, try it now.
Well, is it still out there?
It's
Like,
still
can
out
I
there.
make the mental connection
It's
now?
just
Yeah.
like
Okay, I'm gonna pop it out
Bring it in.
Okay.
and step back in.
Before you can get the door closed,
Oh no.
the world sort of wavers
I
and
slam the door closed as fast as I can.
before you can complete the movement. I mean, you're on the way to it, but before you can complete it, the world turns inside out, fades out, and as you guys come back to, you're back at the maze. It is midday,
This is revenge for Tomb of Annihilation.
This
This is
is.
exactly what it is.
and that's another spot to stop. So we will pick that up next time.
Probably we gotta leave.
Thank you guys for joining us once again. We will
Where?
No,
we will be back.
We have to get
No,
all
we'll
the
leave
way
the key at the door. Gate.
Sorry.
So are we? I know we're traveling over the weekend, so are we actually
Oh,
playing
Are
on
you
Monday?
okay?
I won't be
Oh,
available next
yeah.
Monday.
oh.
Oh boy.
So
So
apparently,
no.
so stay tuned to the Discord server for an announcement of what we're planning for next week.
Some conflict of interests have come up. suddenly.
Possibly, I mean, we will probably be streaming. It will not be this game. We will have something else to fill in, probably. Do stay tuned to the Discord server. We'll make those announcements there, which I suppose is a perfect segue into the Discord. So that is the Discord server there. You can go there, find all the announcements on changes to the schedule, changes to content, whatever we happen to have. You can also keep tabs on when Kyrie goes live with her creative streaming. All of those announcements can be found there on the Discord server. You can also hang out with us, share art and writing and music and what have you. It's a good place to go to just hang out. We do also have a YouTube channel. All of the video content we create does go to that YouTube channel. Go over and check that out. Probably the easiest thing to do is just to search for Casual Cactus once you get over there to YouTube. If you haven't already, do hit the like and subscribe so that you will always know when we put more content up. We will be back in touch with you, let you know kind of what the plan is for next week and what will be going on after that as well. Do remember, in the meantime,
Grab your bats and grab your balls.
and if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. Good night, everybody.